All right, we are on the air. Greetings, everyone, and welcome to live coverage of Orioles baseball, where this afternoon the Baltimore Orioles will be taking on the New York Yankees in the final game of a three-game series at Camden Yards, while also wrapping up the first half of the season, the final game before the All-Star break. How you doing, everybody? It's your old pal, the BirdWatcher here. Welcome back for another day of baseball and the last day of regular season baseball for several days. We have an all-star break coming up after today's game, and for the only time perhaps ever, let me say to those in the Baltimore area right now, good morning. This is a very odd start time. Good morning to you. And I'm happy to say that it's also still Sunday where I'm sitting. So it's a very interesting situation indeed, this 11:35 a.m. Sunday start time. First, let me say hello to those that might be new to my channel. Welcome aboard. I'm glad you found it. This channel started up in time for the beginning of this 2024 season, and I've been doing live play-by-play and commentary for every single Orioles game so far this season. We come into today's game with a record of 57-38, so that's 95 games called. Today is game number 96. And part of the idea behind starting this channel was to provide a community for fellow Oriole fans scattered all over the globe. For instance, I live 12 time zones away from Baltimore, about as far away from the city as you can get without leaving planet Earth. And there are people like me all over the place. And I wanted to create a community for everybody to be able to enjoy Orioles baseball wherever they are. We've got people watching all over the place, not just around Baltimore or Maryland, but all over. And this is a way you can follow the game if you don't have a way to watch it on TV or hear it on the radio, or maybe you just like to interact with people in the chat and comment on the game as you watch. Whatever suits you. It's a place to do it. And I hope you do like it. If you do, consider subscribing to the channel. There's a button at the bottom of your screen, and it's free. It's easy. If you want to chat, it just requires you waiting 1 minute, and you'll be able to do that as well. And that's about it for that whole opening. Let's get down to today's ball game, folks. How are you doing there, Charm City chat? Good morning. Everybody drinking their coffee? We're going to have some coffee together, maybe for the first time. Today is the final game of a three-game series, and of course, folks, if you've been following Orioles baseball lately, it has not been a fun ride. We are in the midst of a five-game losing streak and perhaps playing the worst stretch of baseball that we've seen since the introduction of Adley Rutschman some 2+ seasons ago. It's been pretty rough. The All-Star break cannot come soon enough. No matter what the outcome of today's game, I'd say this team is in dire need of a few days off to regroup and hopefully come out strong on this second half of the season. Obviously, we're more than halfway into the season, 96 games today. So by the time we start things back up, there'll only be 66 games left to go. So it's closer to 2/3 of the way through the season than it is halfway. But either way, today's matchup on the mound, folks, we got Dean Kramer. He did not have such a good outing his last time out. We're going to hope for better. He did look very good in his first start back after that stint on the DL. He has a record of 4-5 and an ERA of 4.42. He'll be going up against Carlos Rodon, left-handed pitcher with a record of 9-7. He has an ERA of 4.63. So both of these guys have their good starts and their bad starts, and their ERA would reflect that. They're both hovering around 4.5 runs per 9 innings. Kramer a little bit better. Rodon just a little bit over that mark. So it's a pretty equal matchup on the mound. We just have to see which version of these two pitchers we're going to get today. Hopefully for the Orioles, it's going to be the good Dean Kramer, and hopefully for the Yankees, it's going to be the bad Rodon. Your starting lineups today, as I go ahead and make sure I got this game up and running, a Roku game, I guess is how this is referred. And somebody was telling me I needed to hook up my Roku. And I'm like, I don't think I need to hook up a Roku. I guess I'm going to find out here very shortly. Looks like I don't need a Roku. Looks like I'm going to be able to just listen or watch this ball game just like this. Let's see. Well, so far not so good. The lineups are right there in front of you. I'll be reading them off here in just a sec, folks. Why is this not allowing me to... There it goes. Wow, persnickety today. All right. Game seems to be on here for me. That's good news. All right, there was also... before we go over the lineups, there was a transaction today, I believe. Or am I wrong about that? Let me just make sure. I'm going to head over to the Orioles Twitter real quick and just make sure. It is, yes, of course. Kyle Stowers is now with the club after moving Heston Kjerstad to the 7-day concussion injured list. Kyle Stowers will be with the team for about a week, and considering we've got about 5 days off, it could just be a matter of today's game and maybe 1 or 2 games on the other side of the All-Star break before we see Heston Kjerstad back with the club and hopefully back in the starting lineup. All right, for the New York Yankees, the starting lineup, Ben Rice will lead off and play first base. Juan Soto will play right field and bat second. Aaron Judge is going to be the DH today and hit third. Alex Verdugo will play left field and be the cleanup hitter today. Gleyber Torres at second base hitting fifth. Austin Wells at the catcher spot. He'll bat sixth. Anthony Volpe, the shortstop, hitting seventh. Trent Grisham in Trent Grisham in center field. He will bat eighth, and Oswaldo Cabrera will be at third base, batting ninth. For the Orioles, Gunnar Henderson will lead off and play shortstop. Adley Rutschman will DH today and bat second. Ryan Mountcastle moves up to the 3 spot against the left-handed pitcher. He'll play first base. Anthony Santander will be in the cleanup spot and play right field. Jordan Westberg will play third base and bat fifth. Austin Hayes will play left and hit sixth. Jorge Mateo is at second base, batting seventh. Hitting eighth is Colton Cowser in center. And finally, James McCann will do the catching and bat ninth. All right, folks. Just a friendly reminder to those that might be new to the Charm City chat. We've just got a few very simple rules, and hopefully you'll be able to understand and cooperate with them. First of all, please no spoilers in the chat. If you are watching the game and here in the chat, then you're going to want to be synced up with me doing the play calling. So allow me to call the play first, please. You can always sync up your ball game by simply pausing it, like right when an out happens, and then allowing me to catch up with the call, make that call of that same out, and then you can unpause your game and be synced up for the rest of the night. Also, no politics talk, folks. I think that's a pretty easy rule to understand. When it comes to sports betting talk, that's not encouraged here, but if it's just a brief mention here or there, not a big deal, but just try not to make a habit out of it. And finally, just try to be civil to each other, okay? If we want to say this team sucks or this player is that's fine, but when it comes to each other here in the chat, let's not insult each other, okay? Let's try to keep it nice and charming. We've got some great mods here to help out with all that. Rob is here right now, as is Froggy/Card Crazed. Might start calling you Froggy from now on. It's just, it rolls off the tongue a little bit easier. I see there's a few other people here today, but I got to be honest, not as many people as a normal game. I would assume that this early Sunday start time would have something to do with it. Perhaps it also has something to do with the way the Orioles have been playing lately. Maybe people just want to get their All-Star break started a day sooner. Perhaps people start filing in as we go. But for those that are here already, as we are just moments away from first pitch, 54 of you already here in the chat. 17 likes. If we can just go ahead and pump that number up, that would be great. It really does help out the channel. This is a channel that's growing at a great rate, but it's also still a very small channel, and the only way it's going to really have any sort of growth and exposure to more people out there watching YouTube and searching for content like this is through help from people like you hitting that like button. So I really would appreciate it. Trust me, I won't bug you too much about that, but considering we're waiting here for first pitch, why not go ahead and get it out of the way? It's just a little thumb right there at the bottom of your screen. Thank you so much for your support. Why is this so early? I don't know. Apparently this is something in recent seasons, a special start time once in a while. The only time I've ever seen a baseball game before noon is when the Red Sox have a home game on that Boston Marathon Day, where they usually have a start time, I think, 10:15 a.m. or something like that. It's something very specific. It's I guess it's aligned to start at the same time as the marathon itself. I don't even know if that's still what they do, but used to be what they do. The Mets had an 11 a.m. game on the 4th of July of this season. Okay. Oh, the Nats also an early one. Wow. Well, the London game, that's understandable because they're 5 hours ahead. But, yeah, okay, interesting stuff. I mean, even earlier than this, 11. Again, folks, good morning to you. We got 23 minutes here. It feels like first pitch should have already happened. I'm wondering how far behind this game I'm watching actually is. Dean Kramer is still taking his warm-up pitches on the mound right now. Does look like the game is going to get started in about within the next 60 seconds. But again, we're already a couple of minutes past when they called first pitch. Don't see any scoreboard information yet, so perhaps everything's fine and I'm doing okay here. Tottenham Hotspur. Actually, the Phillies, the London series at Olympic Stadium. That's where the West Ham United play, right? I don't think it's where Spurs play. London Stadium is like a round, multi-purpose. They can host a baseball game. All right, folks. First pitch of the ball game to Ben Rice is in there for a called strike. Rice hitting .230 in 23 games since being called up with 5 home runs. Next pitch is a breaking ball that stays up and outside from Dean Kramer. 1-1 the count to Ben Rice. Here we go. What a weird start time. Curveball, this time it's inside. And the count 2-1. Here comes the 2-1 now, and that's a called strike on the outside corner. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Top of the morning to you there, Soren. I wonder how many fans in the stands are drinking at this hour. There's a check swing, and Rice went around. On a pitch above the zone, Ben Rice caught mid-swing. And Dean Kramer picks up a strikeout to begin the ball game. Good to see you too, Soren. You know what? I think I can hear my... I have to go ahead and turn this off again. By the way, folks, my Orioles poster is taking a beating because of this aircon issue. Juan Soto at the plate with 1 down. He looks at a pitch upstairs for ball 1. Soto hit one of 2 back-to-back home runs in yesterday's ball game to dead center field. He takes a called strike here, and the count even at 1 ball, 1 strike. He's hitting .300 even on the season. Wow, the crowd looks pretty Looks like a pretty good crowd already there. Soto is bunting, third base side. Kramer picks it up, throws to first in time. How about that? Soto drops a bunt down. It's not a bad one. Left side of the infield. Kramer's the only one anywhere with a chance to field it. And it's always tough to go away from first base, pick up a ball with your bare hand, and get off an accurate throw strong. And Kramer, just by a hair, able to beat Juan Soto. Nice play there, Dino. 2 down. Here's Aaron Judge. Pitch around him. He hit him. Now, this is interesting. This is very interesting. On a first pitch in this situation, this has all the optics of an intentional hit batter. It has to be said. Nobody is reacting to it, and thankfully that's the case, and hopefully that'll be the end of whatever this is. Judge didn't seem to react too much. Everything seems to be in order. All right, we didn't have to waste 4 pitches on him. 2 down. Judge at first. Here's Alex Verdugo. He looks at a breaking ball that looks like it caught the bottom of the zone, but the umpire says ball 1. Oh, we all know what that was about. I would hope there isn't anybody tuning in right now that doesn't understand what that was all about. We all know what that was about. This pitch is upstairs to Verdugo. 2-0 the count. Two down here in the top of the first. A 2-0 to Verdugo is outside. So after hitting Judge, not what you want to see. Falling behind 3-0 to Verdugo here. If that was hitting the batter intentionally, you want to get out of this inning without having that runner out there come around and come back and bite you, score. This ball's hit in the air to right field. And it's going to be Colton Cowser to track it down in right center, just a couple of steps in front of the warning track. So Dean Kramer does what he needs to do, gets a strikeout, hits Aaron Judge, and gets out of the inning without any damage. We go to the bottom of the first. Yankees nothing, and the Orioles coming up to hit and coming up to score. Let's go. All right, so folks, tonight for dinner I ordered some Indian food, and on the menu I used an app called Grab. You guys have something like this, right, where you just have a delivery service, take something from a restaurant and bring it on over? Never ordered from this place before, but on the menu they had a coffee that, you know, with every little item there's a little photograph, and it was an iced coffee, you know. And that's the sort of thing that I like to have, an iced coffee or an iced latte, something like that. And the only thing I wrote in the little special instructions was, please just make it a little bit sweet, because sometimes you find people over-sweetening coffee, and you can always add sweet if you want it, but I like to keep it low, and, you know. But so this is what I got. I was sent this bag of coffee, which, when it arrived to me, it was boiling hot. And then I'm like, where's the ice? Where's the cup? Where's everything? And then I reached further into the bag, and then I saw this. They gave me the equivalent of about a quarter pound of sugar in a bag. That's sugar. Like 25 heaping tablespoons of it. Not exactly what I thought I was getting. Gunnar Henderson at the plate. First pitch is a called strike. Let's go over here for a minute. Hey, welcome in new subscribers. We're to the 1540s. Next pitch to Gunnar is outside. Also a little bit low. 1 ball and 1 strike. Carlos Rodon on the mound. Gunnar Henderson at the plate in the bottom of the first. Here's a check swing, and it's a strike. 1-2. Just a giant bag of sugar. Which, by the way, if I didn't keep it in this refrigerator, if I left this out here, even though it's rubber banded up, there would be an army of ants in here within 5 minutes. In fact, just having it out for 2 minutes just then, some of them have started to make their way here. Maybe they'll turn around. The 2-2 pitch to Gunnar is lined foul off to the left. Henderson comes into today's ball game hitting .288. I don't really have sugar either. This one's in the dirt, and the count is run full on Gunnar. The ants out here are ferocious. They are... Every ant is just a nonstop machine. But the ones out here are even... crazier. Here's the payoff pitch to Gunnar Henderson. Swung on and missed. Gunnar goes down swinging to begin the Orioles' day at the plate. All right. So I'm probably going to just... And this... Like, I don't even have any ice to put with this. I mean, what am I going to do with this? Adley Rutschman at the plate takes a called strike at the bottom of the zone. Rutschman batting from the right side here against the lefty Rodon. Average at .279. This pitch is outside. 1-1 the count. This next pitch is in the dirt, and the count is 2-1. Rutschman has just 1 hit so far in the first 2 games. And this one is off the plate. 3 balls and 1 strike. Good to see Adley working a count here. He hasn't been taking too many walks lately, and he's been doing a lot of uppercut swinging to no good effect. Goes after this pitch and fouls it back, and the count will go full. 3-2 on Adley with the 1 out here in the bottom of the first. Scoreless ball game. Final game of a 3-game set with the Yankees. The Orioles come into today still ahead in the division on percentage points because of the 2 extra games the Yankees have played. They've split those 2 games. Both teams with winning records. The Orioles ahead in the loss column, therefore in first place. This pitch is popped up on the right side of the infield. Second baseman Gleyber Torres, a couple steps onto the grass, makes the catch. 2 down here in the bottom of the first. Yep. We've made 2 outs, but 13 pitches to get him. Not too shabby. I don't know what's going on with Adley's swing. Like he's such a good natural hitter. I don't know why he's swinging so hard like he does. Ryan Mountcastle up here now, and he fouls off the first pitch. Batting .272, a dozen homers, 43 driven in. In 9 games against the Yankees so far this season, he has driven 8 runs. This pitch is upstairs. 1 ball and 1 strike. 2 down, nobody on. Bottom of the first. 1-1 pitch, fouled away. 1-2. I mean, I might as well strike while the coffee is cold, I guess. What do I have to drink this out of? Might have to come up with a little life hack here. All right, folks, 1-2 on Mountcastle here. The next pitch is a breaking ball swung on a miss. It's in the dirt. They'll have to throw to first to complete the out, and the Yankees do just that. Mountcastle strikes out, and the Orioles go down after leaving. They go 1-2-3. What am I saying? 1-2-3. We go to the second inning. No score in Baltimore. Hoo-hoo, Robin. The real Howard Stern's here. Actually, for one of the few times ever, Chippy, I'm sharing the same day you are right now for the next hour and 9 minutes. It's still Sunday here. Sunday evening. Sunday night. Normally, I am the morning ahead of you during a night game, or middle of the night during a day game. Okay. These life hack skills are on point. Let's go. Find me a straw and we're good. That's what I'm talking about. Save your straws, folks. If there's any advice I can pass on to you in life, save your rubber bands and save your straws. You never know. Oh my God, that's horrible. That is horrible. That doesn't even taste like coffee. That has no flavor whatsoever. That is mud. That is filtered mud. Awful. Absolutely awful. I need a Lucky to be able to drink this. Oh, my God. All right. Trust me, real Howard Stern, it's not by design. It's by the fact that I have a very limited space. And pretty much everything you see on camera or just off camera and it's the only place it can be. All right, here we go. Top of the second. And we've already made an out. Gleyber Torres grounds out. I didn't even see it. Must have been the first pitch. Austin Wells is up. Wow, I apologize. It may not be the MLB app. That's why we don't worry about the MLB app. Use what we have on the screen here. Austin Wells has a 1-0 count after this pitch is low. Wells hitting .220. Goes after the next pitch, hits it into center field. Cowser, just a step or two to his left, makes the catch. And there are quickly two down here in the top of the second. Well, that was a fly out. Real Howard Stern. He's had a couple of strikeouts already, so it's basically been, two strikeouts, a fly out, a ground. I mean, there really hasn't been enough of a sample size to really determine whether or not he's quote-unquote keeping it on the ground. But so far he's doing a good job out there. Here's a called strike to Anthony Volpe to begin his at-bat. Volpe batting .245 with 6 homers and 32 driven in. The whole enchilada. Here's a called strike. A bit of a late call there by the ump on a pitch at the bottom of the zone from Kramer. Volpe in an 0-2 hole here. And here's the next pitch. The 0-2 is low and away. 1 ball and 2 strikes. This coffee is so bad. This is what's going to save me through the rest of the night. Oh, I should have planned better. The 1-2 pitch is reached for and fouled off to the right. Still 1-2 here on Anthony Volpe. Charm City chat. Are you guys waiting for the Orioles to score some runs? Boy, I sure am. This pitch is low and outside. Count even up at 2-2. Volpe had a .271 average through the first 71 games of the season. The last 25 games, he's hitting just a .171. He checks his swing on another pitch low and away, and no appeal on it. Count has gone full here after getting ahead of Volpe 0-2. Kramer's going to have to find a put-away pitch here. Full count. All right. Thank you, Nostradamus. Happy Sunday to you. Payoff pitch is reached for and fouled to the left side on the ground. And we'll do another payoff pitch here. Hey, Slater, thanks for stopping in. Sometimes, you know, everybody's got to do what they got to do, but sometimes a game like baseball can be therapeutic. A diving attempt on a ball hit into right field by Santander, and it gets past him and all the way to the wall. It's going to be a 2-out double for Anthony Volpe. Volpe goes to right center. Santander, who apparently has a quota to make at least one full flat-out diving attempt for a catch per game. He tries to lay out here, but this one just out of reach. Coles are backed up and got it back in. 2 down with Volpe at second. That'll bring up Trent Grisham. And the first pitch to him is swung on a missed on a fastball, top of the zone. Grisham's hitting just 173. I have not heard it. Actually, I say I've not heard of it. I think I've heard the title, but that's all I know about it. If I mean that, you know, I think I can get an idea of what kind of a horror movie with a name like that. Here's a pitch grounded into right center field for a base hit, and Volpe's going to be able to score with 2 down. Volpe scores easily on an RBI single. Did I say Trent Grisham? Okay, it is Grisham. Yeah, okay. For some reason I saw Grisham's got an Austin Wells looking mustache. And that's to be said. All right. Well, the Yankees, third game out of 3, taking the lead first. Orioles still looking for a lead in this homestand. Oswaldo Cabrera now at the plate with 2 down and a runner at first. Check on the runner who's back in standing. Hey, Baxter. Is that it? Nobody was getting notifications? Perhaps that's the reason for the low turnout so far today. Here is a swing and a miss by Cabrera. The count now 0-2. 2 down, runner at first. A run in here for the Yankees in the top of the second. They've won the first 2 games of the series, and now they are looking for a sweep. They've got the 1-0 lead in the second. Here's the pitch. Up and away. A ball and 2 strikes to Cabrera. Long legs. The 1-2 to Cabrera is low. Count even up at 2-2. It better be. The Orioles are averaging 27,700 and change per game this season. It's their highest average attendance in about a decade. Swing and a miss here. And that's going to be strike 3. The inning is over, but Dean Kramer does give up a run. A double followed by a single on back-to-back ABs. Puts the Yankees ahead. We go to the bottom of the second, 1-0 New York. All right. This coffee is horrible. Good morning, Rampy. It's a weird start time for everybody. Oh, speaking of that, there have been some issues with YouTube, like system-wide. I was talking to a couple of other YouTube content creators in the past 24 hours because some of the analytical information that's updated on a daily basis hasn't been updated for a few days. And I was beginning to wonder, was something going wrong with my account or something, until I started asking around and realizing, well, that's actually affecting everybody. So there could be some weird stuff going on with YouTube right now. Wouldn't surprise me. That's right. Well, now it's officially afternoon where you guys are. Thank you for spending that morning time with me. All right, look, the Yankees had a 1-0 lead in the morning. We're going to win the afternoon part of this ball game. What do you think? Christopher, I hear you. PAS like count was in the 50s the other day and then went down to 12. Is that because of the early start time, or what's that all about? All good? PAS was, I haven't been able to check in with him for a few days because I guess we've been having our games going on at the same time, but last I was checking in with him, he was rocking and rolling, getting like 20, 30 subs a day. Anthony Santander at the plate. He takes the first pitch off the plate for ball 1. Next pitch is low and in. 2-0 the count. Folks, get them taters up in the chat. Your boys got enough adrenaline in them to carry him through this final game until the All-Star break. Hot damn if I don't want to see some runs today. Let's put some taters up in that chat. 2-0 pitch is a called strike on the outside edge. The 2-1 is high. 3 balls and 1 strike. Here comes the next pitch. Swung on and missed. Tony went after a pitch probably out of the zone, above it by a couple of inches. Full count now. Apparently they got Juan Soto with a live mic on the field. Hopefully he'll be distracted. Payoff pitches swung on and missed. Santander Can't catch up to the gas at the top of the zone from Rodon, and he strikes out here to begin the bottom of the second. Now it looks like the scoreboard is ahead of me a little bit. What happened? All right, Jordan Westburg, first trip to the plate today. Takes a breaking ball over the plate, but low for ball one. Westburg, 274 average, 15 homers, 50 driven in. Man, a lot of these numbers have been the same for several days in the homer and RBI department. The only thing that's changing are the averages, and they're all going down. This pitch is high and not caught by the catcher. 2-0 the count on Westburg. Come on, hit one in Soto's direction, please. Here's a pitch in there for a called strike, 2-1. Oh, my God. These announcers are basically, this pitch is up and away, a breaking ball that didn't break back over the plate. 3-1 the count. Westburg with a hitter's count here. One away. But yeah, these guys talking to Soto right now are just absolutely buttering him up. This pitch is up and away, ball four. Good eye, Jordan Westburg laying off that pitch. He reaches first base. The Orioles have a runner aboard, the tying run. One out here in the bottom of the second. Yeah, is it? Is that Kevin Brown talking to Soto? It's the Orioles broadcast team? I haven't had the volume up loud enough to really hear who's doing what. I can just see that there's some kind of an interview going on. We got a 1-0 count right now on Austin Hayes. And this pitch is fouled behind the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike. Why are we interviewing Juan Soto? Hayes hitting 262, 344 against lefties this season. He's got a 1-1 count with a runner at first, 1 out. Pitch is reached for and hit in the left field. But he got out in front of it. It's deep, but way foul off to the left. People are going to want to know what you're going to wear on the red carpet for the All-Star show. What the hell are you talking about? This series means something to people, right? It means something to me. This pitch is hit in the right field. Soto has to shut up and make a catch. And he does just that, 2 down. Hey, maybe you can talk about that Kevin Costner movie while you're out there. What in the world is going on these days? Man, where's cantankerous old fart when you need him? 2 down. Here's Jorge Mateo, and he takes a swing and fouls one behind the plate. I'm now having to watch a tiny screen within a screen in order to see this interview still go on with Juan Soto. Mateo is hitting 227, 5 homers, 18 driven in. He holds his bat back, I would think. There you go, a check swing, and the appeal says he did not go. 1 ball, 1 strike. Jordan Westburg's at first base with 2 down. 1-1 pitch to Mateo is fouled behind the plate. 1-2 the count. JJ, that's what I'm told, although it doesn't really have any effect on me over here. But this whole interviewing Juan Soto thing is annoying me. This pitch is high to Mateo, and the count even up at 2-2. 1-0 Yankees here in the bottom of the second. 2 down. Westburg at first base. 2-2 count on Mateo. The pitch is low when the count goes full. Westburg will be off with this next pitch with 2 down. So it's a Roku thing, huh? These start times. Absolutely brilliant. Maybe Adult Swim can do a 2 a.m. game. This pitch is a foul ball up and in on Mateo. He wasn't trying to swing, but did start to bring the bat head around a little bit, and it got a piece of it. Count is still full on Mateo here with 2 down and a runner at first. Another payoff pitch is reach for and lined, base hit left field. And Westburg with 2 down is going to get all the way to third base. How about that? Did Mateo get to second on the throw? Yes, he did. Oh, great base running here by the Orioles. With the full count, Westburg off with the pitch. Able to get first to third on this straight up single. And with Mateo's speed, the throw into third, he's able to take second now. One more hit here, and the Orioles can take the lead. Can we just string a few hits together? It's going to be up to Colton Cowser, folks. And my goodness, I can't take the pressure. I'm going to be over here for a minute. First pitch is upstairs, ball 1 to Colton Cowser. One 1-0 pitch is outside, 2 balls, no strikes. Cowser had 2 hits yesterday. It's the first time he's had 2 hits in a game in I don't know how long. I don't need a stat sheet in front of me. I can just tell you it's been a damn long time. Good speed on the bases. And right now we're going to have a meeting on the mound with the battery here. 2-0 count on Colton Cowser. We're in the bottom of the second, folks. The Yankees with a 1-0 lead. The Orioles tying run at third. Go ahead run at second with 2 down. Colton Cowser at the plate. Carlos Rodon is up to 41 pitches here in the second inning. Hey, JJ, give us some luck. Why don't you? We need it. All right, meeting on the mound over. The chant of "Let's Go O's" starts to swell around the ballpark. 2-0 count on the milkman. Pitch is a called strike, top of the zone. Cowser did well to lay off of it. It was way at the top of the zone. Any higher and it should have been called a ball. 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Looked like a slider breaking low and away. That lefty on lefty slider breaking away. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Austin Wells lays down the sign. Rodon in the set position. Here comes the 2-2. Low and away. Tries to get Cowser to chase after another slider, but this one is well off the plate. And we've got ourselves a full count here. 2 down. The payoff pitch. Swung on, line drive, base. No, it's caught by Volpe. A diving catch in the outfield. Unbelievable. That ball was ticketed for center field. Volpe, I guess, was positioned toward the middle by the bag. How did he get to the outfield and make that catch? Unbelievable. You can't get any more frustrated than that result. I was convinced we had a hit right there. Charm City Chat, back me up. You thought that ball was in center field. You thought that ball was in center field. 2 runs in, we take the lead. Instead, we're sitting on 0. We go to the third. We fight on. 1-0 Yankees. Hot damn. Where's my special lucky? Jeez. Yeah, speaking of high A, there, that's the highest A ball I know. I mean, off the bat, Rob, it was a liner. It was high enough. It was already into center field, and then out of nowhere, Volpe just comes into the camera view and just, what happened? I don't know. I'm not deaf, so you can stop, using all caps. What's on your mind, friend? You know what else can kill you? A lot of stuff. I'll do what I want with my own body, but thanks. I don't know how Judge can be overrated. He's doing rather well. I don't know. Should I? Brandon Hyde is getting an interview right now. It has to be said, Aaron Judge gets hit by a pitch in this game. And here's Brandon Hyde doing a rather comfortable interview. Juan Soto getting interviewed by the Orioles broadcast team. You wouldn't know that there was so much animosity between these two teams just within the past 36 hours. Ben Rice at the plate fouls away the first pitch, leading off the top of the third. Next one was over the plate but low, 1 ball and 1 strike. Here's the 1-1 pitch. This one's low. 2-1 the count. Kramer's on 34 pitches. No problem in that department yet. Here's a breaking ball that had the plate but a little bit low. And the count goes to 3-1 here on Ben Rice. You do not want to walk him with Soto and Judge next to follow. 3-1 pitch is hit in the air, very high, shallow center field. Henderson waving everybody off. He makes the catch. Rice retired to begin the top of the third, and here comes Juan Soto. Ooh, that's good. Folks, have yourself a cup of Dickens cider here on this Sunday early day ball game. As this pitch is up and away to Soto. Juan Soto grounded out his first time up. His average now at 299. We've knocked him into the 200s, folks. This pitch is off the plate by a foot. 2-0 the count. One nothing Yankees in the top of the third. One out here. Base is empty. 2-0 pitch to Soto is fouled back. It definitely isn't the place, Rod. This is a called strike, and the count is 2-2. Kramer now at 40 pitches. Two pitch is reached for by Soto on a pitch maybe half a foot above the zone. That was about neck high. He went after it, but was able to foul it off. Still 2-2. Folks, there'll be Dickens cider available in the winter months. I got to earn a living somehow. Here's a check swing, and the home plate umpire calls Soto out, and Soto is not happy about it. He's grimacing. Obviously, batters in that situation always want an appeal from somebody from either first or third base, depending on what side of the plate they're hitting from. They never want the home plate umpire to make this call because they have a pretty good sound reasoning. How are you able to call a ball on a strike and also determine where the bat head is all at once? Soto's out on strikes here. 2 down for Aaron Judge. First pitch to him is fouled away. Hit by a pitch his first time up. Next pitch is off the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 down, nobody on. You'd like to just not give him anything to hit here. And wow, a nice pitch there by Kramer. Just nipping the outside corner at the knees for a called strike 2. 1-2 on Judge. Pitch. Oh, he just missed that same spot. Does not get the call here. Very, very close. 2-2 the count. 2-2 pitch is hit in the air by Judge. He looks straight down as if he had hit it a mile, but it's only going to be a routine fly ball to Colton Cowser. Playing deep, obviously, with Judge up. I say routine. Routine for Aaron Judge. That ball is hit probably about 375 feet. But just a routine fly ball to center field to end the inning. We go to the bottom of the third. Yankees 1, Orioles nothing. What's this? Rice is a rookie who will most likely have a permanent spot in their lineup with Gleyber or Volpe, most likely heading out of New York at the trade. Volpe's not going anywhere. Gleyber probably is. I don't see Volpe going anywhere. Yeah, I'm not a fan of Juan Soto. Soto can play great, but I'm not a fan of him. And there's plenty of baseball players throughout history that I have that same feeling of. I can appreciate how good of a player they are. I don't have to like them. And that's the case with Juan Soto. And he started his days in D.C. right down the road. I caught some games with him on the Nats. Yeah, I can't wait for the trade deadline to be over just so we can just see where we stand after it's all said and done. Because at that point, you're pretty much just trying to line your ducks up for the playoffs. Of course, JJ doesn't have to worry too much. The Phillies are just coasting their way. You don't have to worry about a division like this. Who knows? Maybe the Braves will give them a fight within another 6 to 8 weeks. There's a little bit of time. Oh, come on. I mean, if you got to worry, then everybody's worried. You know what? If you're worried, JJ, good. Then I'm not going to worry. What do I got to worry about if you're worried? Then I'm not worried. I'm not worried. I just want to get a couple of players, a couple of arms through a trade and call up Kobe Mayo. Give us that bat. Let's go. We'll be ready. We'll be ready. You know, the good thing about a team going through a funk like this is that the Orioles are just too talented for this sort of offensive ineptitude to continue on like this. Eventually, they'll turn it back around. And you got to think, if the expression, whatever doesn't kill you makes you stronger, applies, then perhaps this rough stretch will leave them with some bumps and bruises going into playoff time, knowing, hey, we've been low, we've been down, and then we picked it back up again. Oh, no, now I'm doing Chumbawamba songs. James McCann is at the plate, folks. I apologize for missing the first pitch. I might have missed the second pitch because now the count is 1-2 as this is ball one off the outside. And the next one is in the dirt. McCann gets a 2-2 count here, leading off the bottom of the third. Here comes the 2-2 to McCann. Breaking ball, and that looked like it might have caught the outside corner. Rodon wanted it, and I don't blame him. That's a good catch-you-looking strike three pitch, but he doesn't get the call, and the count is now 3-2. Payoff pitch to McCann. Foul back. Fastball, top of the zone. McCann fights it off. Tub thumping with me. I feel so stupid. You know, our team, we get knocked down, but then we get back up again. And, ain't nothing ever going to keep us down. Because, we get knocked down and then we get back up again. I feel like an idiot, okay? This is ball 4 to James McCann. Hey, what a break. Rodon, who thought he had strike 3, winds up walking our number 9 hitter and brings Gunnar Henderson to the plate. Nobody out. This is a pleasant surprise. It's like getting a free sample at the Sam's Club or something. It's a little surprise. We got McCann on first base. Gunnar at the plate. Nobody out. First pitch to Gunner's right in there for a called strike. Man, the one time Gunnar doesn't go after a first pitch. That one was right down the middle. The 0-1 fouled away, and Gunnar going to quickly have to battle here. He's in an 0-2 hole. The 0-2 pitch is made contact, fouled away. A foul ball rolling off to the right side. Still 0-2 on Gunnar here. .55 pitches now for Rodon, so that count is starting to creep up because there's nobody out here in the third. And Rodon steps off the mound here. There's a runner on, so that counts as a disengagement. Of course, James McCann not planning on running anytime soon. 0-2 pitch to Gunnar is low and away in the dirt. 1-2 the count. There's a shot of Gunnar and Adley in the same camera angle with Adley on deck. 2 starters in the All-Star game coming up here in just a couple of days. 1-2 pitch is swung on and lifted into right field and deep. This has home run written all over it. Bye-bye birdie! Gunnar Henderson. What a relief. It's just what the doctor ordered. He turned on a Rodon pitch and goes straight to right field into the bleachers with a 2-run shot. And the Orioles, for the first time in ages, have a lead. It's 2-1 in Baltimore. Get some Gunnar. His 28th bomb of the season. 3rd best in baseball. Oh, he knew it as soon as he got a hold of it. A cannon shot. Here's Rutschman, and he swings and misses at the first pitch. And folks, James McCann drawing that walk to not make it a solo shot, but a 2-run shot. What a huge, huge factor in this 2-run rally here for the Birds. Rutschman fouls this pitch back in the count 2-0. Folks, can you feel the magic? Is it returning? The hat is on, the sub-screen. Gunnar Henderson going yard. I feel like I'm finding my equilibrium here. Rutschman fouls one down the left field line. And the count is 0-2. Still nobody out here in the bottom of the 3rd. The Orioles lead 2-1. I can't say it enough. The Orioles lead 2-1. Oh, 2 pitches low and outside. Come on, Charm City. Chad, let me hear you. Aren't there those little, like, celebration things down in the corner? Pop them up. You guys should be going bananas. Should be going bananas. The 1-2. And a bad swing by Rutschman on a pitch in the dirt. He strikes out. First out in here in the bottom of the 3rd. Oh, man. Still feeling the thrill of that Gunnar swing. Just do that about 27 times at the home run derby. Take home a trophy. That swing by Adley was indeed ugly. Here's Ryan Mountcastle, 0 for 1 today. Takes a breaking ball in there for a strike. I guess with 1 out and nobody on, we'll go on back on over here. 2-1 Baltimore. There it is, folks, for your eyes only. 0-1 pitch is popped up and out of play. 0-2 on Ryan Mountcastle. Bananas. I see some bananas in the chat now. Okay. Another foul ball by Mountie on an 0-2 pitch. Hey there, Cantankerous. I don't understand what this broadcast team is all about. I see Matt Vasgersian, who used to be on MLB Network, right? Now he's doing this Roku thing, but Ben McDonald is there too. I don't know what the hell I'm watching. The man, we are winning. We are Charlie Sheen winning right now. Tiger blood. 0-2 pitch to Mountcastle is fouled away. That one's for all the millennials out there and Gen Zers. One out, nobody on. 2 runs in here for the Orioles in the bottom of the 3rd. Mountcastle with an 0-2 pitch and fouls it back. Still 0-2. My evening is going great. I knew something would be special about this start time. It feels so weird for me to be calling a game that's basically equivalent to a game on the West Coast if I were back home in Maryland. 10:30 local time at night here for me, start time. This pitch is off the plate to Mountie. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Hey there, Judy. This one's lined right field and down for a base hit. Ryan Mountcastle goes oppo and gets himself a single. Rodon now up to 70 pitches here in the third. And this feels a little bit like the Orioles offense that I recognize. The Orioles offense I used to know. Like an old good friend. A familiar face that you haven't seen for a little while, and you miss them. And now, there they are. Hey, I remember. Hey there, buddy. All right, folks, get the taters up in the chat. Get them up quick. We got a runner at first base. We got 1 out, 2 runs in already. Anthony Santander is up. You heard me. Get them taters up. This is a call. Up and away to Santander for ball 1. I'm telling you right now, Rodon has looked sharp at times, but in this third inning, his command is slipping away. And the Orioles have a chance to do something here. Santander with a big cut, but he misses. Count even up at 1-1. Look at all them taters. Tell you what, if you give me all them taters and a little bit of mayo, we can have ourselves a potato salad. What do you say? Swing and a miss. Tony with a huge cut there on a pitch up and in. And the count now is 1 ball and 2 strikes. The Orioles already have scored on a 2-run homer by Gunnar Henderson in this inning. There's still only 1 out, a runner at first. The 1-2 is low. Count even up 2-2 to Tony. Rodon's pitch count just keeps going up. I don't see him going past 4 innings at this rate, to be honest with you. A chance to do more damage here. A 2-2 pitch to Anthony Santander is swung on and missed. He chased a 97-mile-an-hour fastball a few inches above the zone. The Orioles have a tendency to chase out of the zone on those fastballs above. 2 out in the inning. We will next call upon the services of Jordan Westberg. And there goes the runner down to second, and the throw is offline. And unbelievable. Mountcastle able to steal the bag anyway. Ryan Mountcastle, not the fastest runner on the team. He does run pretty well for a first baseman. But he must not have gotten a great jump, as between where the pitch was thrown and where this throw to second was, Mountie only able to barely get in there with a swipe grab of the base there. That puts him in scoring position with 2 down. Westberg with a 1-0 count. Next pitch is a called strike on a backdoor slider. Westberg walked his first time up. Pitch number 78 from Rodon. A 1-1 pitch is swung on and missed. Well, they just changed the scoreboard. The count read 1-1 on the scoreboard. And after that swing and a miss, which was strike 3, the scoreboard magically changed to read 0-3. So a mistake by the scorekeeper on the broadcast. That is strike 3. Westberg is down, and the Orioles are done for this inning. But guess what, folks? It's something we haven't been able to say since last Sunday. The Orioles lead 2-1 as we head to the 4th. We lead. We lead. Someone pinch me. Am I dreaming? We lead. We lead. Hey, did PAS do a room raid? There he is. Hello. Public service announcement in the house. Hey there, Charles. It's PAS. We all know Pure Adrenaline Sports. Folks, if you want your sports with nothing but the purest of adrenaline, then you're gonna head on over and subscribe to Pure Adrenaline Sports. Man covers everything. He's a Mets guy. He's a Flyers guy. I think he's a Jets guy. Is that right? Mets and Jets. You got to be right. If you like the Mets, you like the Jets. They rhyme, right? You got to be Yankees, Giants, and Mets, Jets. Am I right? It's one of the two. Never shall the two cross paths. Hey, by the way, Pure Adrenaline, did you know the Orioles picked up a new relief pitcher by the name of Vinny Natelli? That's right. So we picked up a guy maybe from your neck of the woods. Guy by the name of Vinny Natelli. Looked pretty good yesterday. I like the kid. He might do something. All right, folks, we got a commercial break in progress. Heading to the 4th inning here. I guess we are the only game in town, at least for another, 20 minutes? Where the hell is everybody? All right. We go to the top of the 4th. Let's hope Dean Kramer can lock it down here. It's a part of the order you want to see. The guy after Aaron Judge, Alex Verdugo, will lead it off, and he takes a called strike on the outside corner, maybe an inch off the plate. Verdugo 0 for 1 tonight. Or early this afternoon, I should say. Next pitch is fouled back. 1-1 the count. Speaking of rolling. Oh, I still have a special lucky. Never mind. This is the worst coffee I've ever had in my entire life. I thought maybe chilling it would help. It did not. Alex Verdugo looks at a pitch low and the count even up at 2-2, leading off the top of the 4th. It tastes like it tastes like powdered coffee that hasn't even been run through run through tap water. I don't know. It's horrible. It's horrible. I'd rather drink an Ensure. 2-2 the count. The pitch to Verdugo is low. Full count now. That one in the dirt. Mac making his presence known. Yeah, I ain't dumping it. It's caffeine. You're damn right. This pitch is low, and that's ball 4, and that is not a good thing. Walking the leadoff man just after the Orioles have finally gotten a lead in the ballgame. Kramer had 2 strikes on Verdugo for a while there, and Verdugo able to finally work out a walk. That'll bring up Gleyber Torres. 0 for 1 so far. And the first pitch to him is low. All right, Dino, let's find the zone here. Maybe a little double play ball action. This pitch is in there for a strike. Plenty of the plate. Maybe a little too much of it. 1-1 the count on Gleyber Torres. He squares to bunt, and Kramer's got it. It's going to be an easy out. And I guess the Yankees are going to try to play some small ball to try to tie this ball game up. A straight-up bunt sacrifice by Gleyber Torres to move the runner into scoring position. Verdugo at second base with one out, giving the Yankees a couple of shots to drive in the tying run. Austin Wells, the first man to try it. He is 0 for 1 today. Wells hitting from the left side. Of course, he had a big hit yesterday that pretty much clipped us off at the knees at the beginning of the ball game. A 3-run homer off of Grayson Rodriguez in the first inning. Orioles unable to ever quite get back in the ball game. Here's a called strike. Top of the zone on the outside corner from Kramer. Nice location on this pitch. 1-1 the count on Austin Wells. One out. Runner at second. This one is fouled back. 1-2. Austin Wells has a way of using that what do you call that batting eye grease or whatever you put underneath your eyes? The old schoolers use that war paint. He really likes to cake it on there. 1-2. The pitch to Wells is lifted in the air, left field. Austin Hayes moving to his left, or his right, I should say, a little bit, makes the catch. Eye black, of course. And that is the second out of the inning. Yeah, Austin Wells is eye black. Again, it looks like a girlfriend who just broke up in a bad relationship at the restaurant, and the mascara is just all over the place. It's like a Tammy Faye Baker sort of eye black. Anthony Volpe at the plate with 2 down. And he takes a called strike. I don't know, maybe he's going for like that Joker vibe or something. It looks a little more like Tammy Faye to me. 0-1 the count on Volpe. This one's hit in the air. Center field, Cowser is going toward the track. Plenty of space, though, to make the catch. And the inning is over. The Orioles took a lead, and now they've held on to it for an inning. Let's keep it up. Let's add to our lead. There's a sentence I haven't said since we were in Oakland. Let's add to our lead. My goodness. Hey, we're able to turn this around before Oakland leaves Oakland. That would be pretty bad. All right. All right, I guess, 12:49. We're still probably, 10, 15 minutes away from any other game starting? We're still the only game in town? Is that right? I don't see nothing going on. A bunch of final scores from yesterday. Looks like the first one's actually not for another 45 minutes. Looks like Cubs and Cardinals have already been postponed. Post Malone. Avril Lavigne. Does anybody watch the IT Crowd? It's a BBC sitcom from like the late 2000s, maybe early 2010s. You know, just nerdy, couple of nerdy guys and a lady working in a basement IT office. Hilarity ensues. It was a great episode where one of the guys is trying to meet up with an ex-girlfriend, and he says he didn't want to meet up with her because every time she would get all emotional, her mascara would just go all over the place. I guess nobody's seen the show, so... Well, if you had, it would be the perfect reference to Austin Wells' Eye Black, okay? Is what I'm trying to say. All right, on my other channel, 90% of the crowd would have understood the reference. I got to understand my crowd here. All right, here we go. The Orioles, bottom of the fourth. Austin Hayes will lead it off, and the first pitch is upstairs. Rodon is about to throw his 80th pitch of the day. And that pitch is fouled away. 1 ball and 1 strike to Wells. 0 for 1 today. The Hayes effect. 1-1 pitch is swung on and missed. Hayes out in front of that off-speed pitch. Hayes average currently at 260. Human day in Baltimore. This one's hit on the ground at third. Cabrera up with it. Across the diamond in time. Austin Hayes grounds out to third to begin the bottom of the fourth. How you doing there, Tony? Hey, Tony, you hear about this new guy, Tony? This guy we picked up for the bullpen. His name's Vinny Natelli. You heard of this guy? You heard about him? What's the word on the street, Tony? I need to know. Does he know how to make a good ZD? Here's Jorge Mateo. First pitch is off the plate for ball 1. Here's a bunt attempt, and it just dies out there, and Jorge Mateo beats it out. That's what I'm talking about. That is what I'm talking about right there. Look at that lady standing up and applauding. Some people in the crowd understand what this sort of play means to this struggling offense. Jorge Mateo drops a bunt down, and man, this ball just died on the grass. And he beats it out for the 1-out single. Let's go. There's a check on Mateo. Folks, anybody seen a milkman around here anywhere? Anybody seen a milkman? I see some. Colton Cowser at the plate. 1 on, 1 out. First pitch is just a bit low, maybe a little bit outside. One and 0 on Cowser. Mateo, take off when you can, buddy. This pitch is upstairs. That is actually a good pitch for Mateo not to run on. A high fastball. That helps the catcher get a throw off a lot quicker. 2-0 count here on Cowser with Mateo on with McCann on deck. This one's up and in on Cowser. He has to back out of the way. 3-0 the count. 3-0 on Cowser. No intent, obviously, here. This was a slider. We've got a 3-0 count. And that ball's high, and they call it a strike. Come on, Blue. Why are you going to give a guy who can't find the zone credit for one that's that far out of the zone? Unbelievable. And there's ball 4. Thank goodness that outcome has not changed. Colton Cowser deserved a walk already, and he gets it here on the next pitch. 2 on now with 1 out. Here's the Yankee pitching coach to come out to talk to Rodon. There is activity in the Yankee bullpen. Rodon's pitch count getting up there. They're flashing the Yankee bullpen availability. They've pretty much got their pick of the litter out there. James McCann's going to come up now with 2 on and 1 out. McCann drew a very big walk in his last at-bat. It allowed the next batter, Gunnar Henderson, to hit what would be a go-ahead 2-run homer, and that's where we are, a 2-1 ball game. Runners at first and second, and I can't believe it, but I'm going to the sub-screen for James McCann. Let's go, folks. First pitch is in there for a called strike. The sub-screen gives us luck. The sub-screen is good. And thanks for those who have signed up since the last check-in. We've got an 0-1 count on McCann, 2 on, 1 out. The pitch, nope. A step off by the pitcher. Turns around to look Mateo back to second. That wouldn't be a bad idea here with 1 out for Mateo maybe to take off and try to get to third. With McCann at the plate, that would then only allow him to have to just put the ball in play. Maybe a fly ball could drive in Mateo. This pitch is upstairs, 1-1 the count. I say go for it. Hurry up and do it now while there's still less than 2 strikes on McCann. Run, Mateo, run. The 1-1 is inside. 2 balls and 1 strike. All right, play hit and run. I don't know. I just want to put our... I just want to start, doing some boot kicking here. Let's go. 2-1 the count on McCann. And he pops it up. Right side, first baseman, up against the screen, makes the catch. Ben Rice. Ah, boy, McCann unable to get it in fair play or even get it out of the infield. It's a pitch he had to go after. It was a great pitch. A backdoor slider on the outside corner. Not a good result for McCann, folks, but let's be fair. That was not an easy pitch for most hitters from the right side to do much with. Here's Gunnar Henderson. He takes a called strike. We all know what he did his last time up. How about an encore? The 0-1 is up and in. 1 ball, 1 strike. Rodon is on 95 pitches. Here's number 96 to Gunnar, and it is up and away by a hair. And that was 99 on the gun. Did I read that right? That's probably Rodon trying to empty the tank, and he can't find the location to get the call. 2-1 on Gunnar, the pitch. Swing and a miss, and that was triple digits. Carlos Rodon is emptying the tank, folks. Triple digits on this fastball. 2-2. Watch out for that slider. Beware of that slider that looks like a fastball and then breaks away from the lefty here. After throwing a couple of heaters, 99 and 100 back to back, that would be the change-up pitch. And Gunnar Henderson strikes out. Well, I think Rodon knew that was going to be his last batter of the ball game, and he threw everything he had to get Gunnar Henderson out. Credit to Rodon, to be honest. He really did do exactly what the definition of emptying the tank is. I mean, he about threw his whole damn arm off to get Gunnar Henderson out there. We're going to go to the top of the fifth. Well, I mean, folks, we've knocked their starter out. He's done. There's no way Rodon's coming back out. He's done. So 4 innings, we've got their starter out. That's a victory, all right? Kramer's pitch count. Everybody wants to know. We're looking at 63. That is through 4 innings. That is an average of 16 pitches an inning, just about. It's not bad. He could go 6. And we want him to go 6 because if he goes 6, then it's a good indication that we're still winning. So that's the idea. Let's try to get 6 from Dino here. If we can get more than that, that will be gravy. But let's go for 6. While BW goes for his J. This J is for Silent J. I will enjoy this J silently. I just came up with a great idea for a Kerstad home run call. Can't wait till he gets back into action. Yeah, keep that one in the old think tank there, BW. That's a good idea. Give the people what they want. How was the Gunnar home run call today, people? How would you rate it from 1 to 10? Because it's been so damn long since I've had a home run call. I don't know if I've got it anymore. All right, here's Trent Grisham to lead it off in the top of the 5th. First pitch to him is a little bit high for ball 1. I got a 10 from Janet. Aw. A 10 and 8.9. I like it. See, I like a nice Olympic score. Can you make it 10.0 if it's a 10? That way it seems more official. This pitch is off the plate. 2-0 to Grisham. Next one is outside. 3 balls, no strikes. Trent Grisham is not a guy you walk. This guy's hitting a $170 something. There's a called strike. Bottom of the zone from Kramer. Here's the 3-1. And that one is swung on and hit in the air to right field and deep. That ball's going to get onto the flag court. Trent Grisham has tied up the ball game. A guy that was hitting again like a $170 something. Unbelievable. 387 feet to right onto the flag court. Just a very quick, compact swing there from Grisham. He turned on that pitch. I hope the score of that home run call is a 0.00. 173. Well, there you go. All right. Oswaldo Cabrera at the plate, folks. We got a tie ball game here in the top of the fifth. I mean, that is the most compact swing you're ever going to see. This pitch is outside, and that will induce McCann to come out to have a chat with his pitcher. Kramer has a 2-0 count here on the number 9 hitter after giving up a home run to the number 8 hitter. Not good. We got to be on top of things here, too. If we need a guy to come in, we need a guy to come in. I mean, come on, folks. We can't lose this lead. I hope we got somebody getting loose. As this ball's hit into right center and down for a base hit. Get somebody up. When you fall behind 2-0 to the number 9 hitter and then he strokes a solid base hit, that means get somebody up. Get on the phone, Brandon. I mean, we've got forever off after today, so you talk about emptying the tank. Use everybody you got. Get people up. Here's Ben Rice, and he goes after the first pitch, hits it to center field. Going back is Cowser. He's nearing the track. He's on the track. He makes the catch. My goodness, Cowser just kept going back. And it was to the deepest part of the yard, just to the left of dead center field. Ben Rice just nearly missed hitting a 2-run shot. Cowser tracks it down in the deepest part of the yard. One out, and now here's Juan Soto, and this is what I'm talking about. Now we're getting into this part of the lineup, and we don't know if Kramer, I mean, we got lucky on that one. We got to have somebody ready to take. I understand he's only on 72 pitches, just giving up the 2 runs. It's not like he's been horrible, but, man, we can't afford to fall behind in this game. We can afford to let them tie it up, but we can't afford to fall behind. Want to know the count on Soto? Check on the runner. Cabrera back standing. Honestly, if there was ever a time to go to your bullpen a little early, it's the last game before the All-Star break. Everybody's going to have plenty of rest after today. Use everybody's arm that's got anything left in it and at least have them ready to go. All right, there we go. Jacob Webb's getting loose. Why don't you just listen to me 5 minutes sooner? Swing and a miss. On a 1-1 pitch, Soto chases one way above the zone. A wild swing from Soto, and the count 1-2. A brand or model on my AC unit. I can look at here in a sec there, Elgood. Soto with a 1-2 count. And Kramer steps off the plate, off the mound, excuse me. It's a Samsung, if that helps. 1-2 to Soto. Swing and a miss on a pitch low and in. Kramer gets a huge strikeout. He needed that one. I'm not saying I gave up on you, Kramer. I'm just saying let's have some guys ready in case things start falling apart. You were teetering there, buddy. You were teetering. Maybe you can get out of this. But now you got Aaron Judge coming up. You probably can't really give him anything to hit. That would put 2 men on with 2 out. And then the lefty's due up after that. Honestly, there should be a lefty getting loose right now, not Jacob Webb. I would honestly be going to a lefty before a righty because you're not going to pitch to Judge here anyway. And then the 2 of the next 3 are going to be from the left side. Wait a minute. Let me look at their lineup again. Yeah, Verdugo and Wells. And in fact, 3 of their next 4 are going to be from the left side after Judge. So if you're going to go ahead and pitch around Judge now, then you're going to expect Kramer to go after a bunch of lefties. Why don't we just go ahead and get our best lefty up? Get Perez up now. I don't care it's the 5th. It's a different situation, again, with this break coming up after today. This pitch is in the dirt to Aaron Judge. 1-0 the count. Webb needs to be sent down. His ERA is like 2.66 or something. Or at least it was yesterday. This pitch is off the plate. 2-0 the count. Hand hunting. Thank you, Elgood. There's a called strike at the bottom of the zone. Nice location there by Kramer to find a way to get a tough strike here on Judge that he did not want to swing at. 2-1 the count. Don't get too confident here, Dean. You got 1 strike in there on him. The 2-1 pitch is outside, and Judge has a 3-1 count. All right, you snuck a strike in there, Dino. That was nice. Don't try and do anything too cute here, okay? Don't you dare give Judge anything to hit here. Just take your lumps and go after Verdugo. 3-1 pitch is fouled back. Well, it was a fine pitch there from Kramer. It was off the plate by an inch or 2 on the outside, but close enough for Judge to go after it and foul it back. So now the count is full with 2 down. The runner at first will be off at the pitch. 2-2 ball game, top of the 5th. Kramer steps off the rubber. The payoff pitch is fouled back off behind the backstop there. 82 pitches now for Kramer here in the 5th. There was some hope that he'd be able to go 6 when this inning started, but that pitch count is creeping up. Here comes the payoff again to Judge, and it's low and outside. Judge did not go after an appeal on the check swing, and he will be given first base. First and second, 2 down. Verdugo is due next, and here comes Brandon Hyde. I would assume a lefty's been getting loose under my nose. They've only flashed to the bullpen once, and that was when Jacob Webb was getting loose. Webb is coming in? Webb is coming in? Why are we bringing in a righty? 3 of the next 4 batters are lefty. We just got past Judge. Why are we bringing in a righty now? Ground control to Major Tom. Ground control to Major Tom. Why are we going to a righty here? Why was only a righty getting loose? Verdugo, lefty. Torres, righty. Wells, lefty. Oh, wait, Volpe's a right. Okay, maybe I screwed up. All right, it's not 3 out of 4. It's 3 out of 5 and 2 out of 3. Still think 2 out of the next 3 lefty. Aiken. Maybe it's too early to go to Perez. Maybe Aiken now and then Perez in a couple of innings. Who's our other guy? We got any other lefties? We don't have any other lefties right now, do we? Vespi got sent down. Aiken is now, Cole Irvin is now pretty much back in the rotation, sort of. We've got time to figure it out with the break coming up. But we'll see. Surely Perez is available. I just think High would rather use him in the similar spot later in the ball game. It's only the 5th inning. I think if we had one more lefty in the pen, if Coulomb were in the, on the roster, or if Vespi were still here or something, or if we just had somebody we liked better than Aiken, I don't know. I feel like we'd probably go to a lefty here, but okay, we'll go to Jacob Webb. Let's see how it goes. 46th appearance. Man, these appearances are racking up. 45 already on the season for Webb. 46th appearance. That's a called strike. And did I miss what his ERA was there? Let's get a look at that ERA. It's 2.61. This guy's supposed to be sent down with a 2.61 ERA? Okay. Just checking. There's a called strike to Verdugo on a pitch up and in the count 0-2. Man, whoever wants to send Webb down, I'm glad I don't work for you. I don't know if I could live up to your job performance standards. 0-2 pitch is hit on the ground. Second base. Mateo to first in time. And the inning is over. And that guy that should be down in the farm gets us out of the inning. Jacob Webb gets the final out here. The Yankees do tie up the ball game. Kramer's day is over. He cannot win the game. He cannot lose the game. No, he can win the game. He cannot lose the game. If the Orioles can score in the bottom of the 5th and hang on, he could win the game. No, he can't because he didn't complete 5. So that's right. I had it right the first time. Forgive me. It's getting late, and I've had a little bit of the old devil's lettuce. Kramer cannot win, and he cannot lose. Kind of like me when I go on a blind date. All right. Over 130 people here. How's everybody doing? Hello, 130 people. I don't know. Normally between BW and BW is pretty stubborn, so normally BW has to kind of capitulate, and the next thing you know, BW resents BW for capitulating and just starts another whole new argument between BW and BW. It's, Yamamoto on the 60-day IL. Wow. That sounds like elbow inflammation. What has he got? That sounds like... that sounds like a problem. Oh, boy. 2-2 ball game, folks. The final game before the All-Star break. What a journey this has been. I tell you what. And let me say this. To the folks that have been here, whether you just got here not long ago or got here early on in this early, I mean, you guys are the real fans. Because, I'm sure there's a lot of guys and gals out there that, with the way the Orioles have been playing lately, probably checked out and said to themselves, when they start, winning again, I'll tune back in. Those aren't real fans. Real fans are there for their team, thick and thin. Here we go. Adley Rutschman at the plate. Tommy Canley, right-hander for the Yankees, is on the mound in relief of Carlos Rodon. So Rutschman batting from the left side. This pitch is outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. 2, 3, and 4 due up for Baltimore here in the bottom of the 5th. Both teams with 2 runs, 4 hits, and no errors. Swing and a miss on a pitch low. 1-2 on Adley. Man, I wish I had something better to drink. I got nothing. I am dying of thirst. The pitch is hit on the ground weakly. Volpe has to wait for this ball to get to him behind second base, but he does manage to throw out Adley Rutschman. 1 down here in the bottom of the 5th. Man, that one catch by Volpe on that Cowser liner up the middle to start the ball game. I hope we win this game because that is definitely going to be one to look back on with regret if we don't. Here's Ryan Mountcastle, 1 for 2 today. Takes a pitch off the plate outside for ball 1. 1 out, nobody on, bottom of the 5th. Wrapping up the first half of the season here, folks. This pitch is a little bit low. 2-0 the count. I really need to check it. I mean, I can feel my lips getting dry. It's like cotton mouth over here. I'm not gonna be able to talk. This one's popped up. Mountcastle hits it high into the air. Left center field, Verdugo is going to make the catch. Just got the launch angle wrong on that one. That ball was hit high, not too far. 2 down for the Orioles here in the bottom of the 5th. All right, Anthony Santander, folks. Taters, anyone? Santander takes a called strike. I do have a backup, or I do have one beverage option, but there's a swing and a miss. A wild swing on a pitch low and in. That ball was in the dirt. And Santander in an 0-2 hole. I've got this little thing of milk, but it's for my cereal. It's just like a granola thing, which I could chow down on, but I don't want to do it during the broadcast. But I could go off camera and eat off mic. That could work. I got to do it, folks. I'm parched. The 1-2 pitch to Santander is drilled right field and deep, heading for Utah. Bye-bye, birdie! Anthony Santander has given the Orioles the lead back on an absolute bomb to Utah. His 24th of the season for number 25. Splash it up. The Orioles are back ahead. It's 3-2. There's Brandon Hyde with a high five. Head on down that dugout. An extra couple of fives from Gunnar. A little shimmy from Mateo. Hell, a Baltimore City cop with a high five. I love it. 3-2 Orioles. Tony taters again. Westberg at the plate. First pitch was a strike that even the broadcast didn't show us. Next pitch was swung on and missed, 0-2 the count. Or make that a foul ball. 3-2 Baltimore here in the bottom of the fifth. And that's a swing and a miss. Westberg goes down again. That'll end the inning, but the Orioles, hey, if we got to rely on the long ball, so be it. We got to just win any way we know how. Anthony Santander with an absolute blast to right over the flag court. Right there onto the gate leading into Utah Street. We head to the 6th. Orioles 3, Yankees 2. I'm going to have some cereal. Little bowl here. Today's sponsor. This game brought to you by Kellogg's Soy Protein Granola, whatever. Hug a tree? Not remain cottonmouthed? Why would you want me to do that? Why in the hell would you want me to do that? Oh, look at that. Oh, that's lovely. All right, folks, I'll back off the mic. It's breakfast time. It's that special time of day where you could be eating breakfast where I am and where you are. Whoa, somebody was slamming the water cooler in the Yankee dugout. All right, here we go. Top of the 6th. All right, now that I'm going to be flip-flopping between talking and eating, I think it's better that I go off camera here for a sec. Gleyber Torres at the plate with a 1-0 count. Jacob Webb still out there. Swing and a miss. Count 1-1. I'll be back. A half-hearted swing there, and the count 1-2. Just a bit outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Gleyber Torres. There's a called strike 3 at the bottom of the zone. Gleyber caught looking for the first out here in the top of the 6th. Jacob Webb came on to get the final out in the 5th, and now he starts the 6th with a strikeout. Austin Wells at the plate. First pitch to him is low and inside. Next pitch is low, 2-0 on Wells. Yeah, the draft is tonight, 7 o'clock, right? Oh, my 2-hour mark. I forgot. 2-hour mark. Got to go to Kmart. 2-hour mark. Going to Kmart. Wapner's on. 2-hour mark. Wapner. Kmart. Come on back to me, man. Come on now. That's ball 4 to Austin Wells. A 1-out walk here for Jacob Webb. My apologies. We're back in it. Anthony Volpe, the next batter, and the first pitch to him is up and away for ball 1. Volpe 1 for 2, a double and a run scored. Up and away again, 2-0. And Webb misses up and away for the third straight pitch. Same spot. 3-0 the count now on Volpe. Runner at first, 1 out. Top of the 6th, the Orioles with a 1-run lead. There's a called strike on the outside edge. 3 balls and a strike. And called strike 2. Webb gets the count back full after falling behind 3-0. Come on, Webby. Volpe at the plate. Runner at first, 1 out. Here comes the payoff pitch from Jacob Webb. Hit on the ground. Shortstop Henderson to second for 1. To first. Not in time. It looked like a routine double play ball, but on the one hand, the ball was hit a little bit lightly. Took a little bit to get to Gunnar. And then the transfer there by Mateo was a little bit... I can't say too much against the transfer. Volpe did hustle down the line. It's going to be a fielder's choice. 2 out here, and that's going to do it for Jacob Webb. Brandon Hyde going to make a change. It's going to be Cionel Perez now. Now's the time for Cionel Perez. Now's the time. I mean, if he's coming in now, he better still be in there for Soto. Soto is 4 batters away. Okay. Now, this does make sense. This is 3 out of 4 against lefties. Grisham lefty. Cabrera actually, I think, is a switch hitter. Rice is a lefty. Soto's a lefty. So, yeah. Now's Perez time. Now. Talk to me, Charm City chat. Feed me, Seymour. Feed me. I'm praying none of the chewing from having that cereal got picked up on the mic. But I just chowed down on it. 'Cause I'm a mean, mean green mother from outer space and I'm bad. Yes, I'm a mean green mother from outer space and I think that you've been had. All right, I'll be right back. All right, Trent Grisham is going to hit for himself here. Lefty on lefty. Grisham, hard to take him out of the lineup considering he's 2 for 2 with that home run his last time up. Cionel Perez on the mound. First pitch is over the plate below for ball 1. 2 down here in the top of the 6th. Perez hoping to get the final out here and then probably pitch all of the 7th. That would be perfect. That would then line up Cano for the 8th. And Kimbrel for the 9th. This ball's hit on the right side and through for a base hit. Trent Grisham somehow finds a hole on the right side. Rather remarkable piece of hitting there from Grisham, and he's had a rather remarkable day at the plate. His 3rd hit of the ball game. And it has to be said, this ball probably should have been fielded by Ryan Mountcastle. It was on the opposite of his glove side. He had to basically reach over. That ball did seem within his reach. Just wasn't able to snag it. Again, folks, maybe I'm reading too much into it. You tell me, but if you've been watching Ryan Mountcastle fielding for the past maybe 2 to 3 weeks, ever since he was out of the lineup there for about a 4 or 5 game stretch, ever since he came back from that absence, it has been a noticeable dip in his defense out there, which really concerns me because, again, if it has anything to do with that vertigo stuff, doesn't seem like it's anything like a muscle issue or some other kind of injury that's a little more clear to somebody. I don't know. Mountcastle just doesn't seem right out there in the field lately. Cabrera at the plate now with 1st and 3rd 2 down. And the first pitch to him is up and away for ball 1. Cionel Perez looking for this final out here. The Orioles clinging to a 1-run lead. And Cabrera with a foul behind the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike. Again, Cabrera is a switch hitter. He's batting from the right side here against Cionel Perez. 2 lefties due up after Ben Rice and Juan Soto. Here comes the 1-1. Inside, 2 balls and a strike. And you do not want to fall any farther behind in this situation. Oh, am I off screen still? I'm sorry. Do you guys miss me? This one swung on and missed. A slider by Perez low and in on the righty. Well, switch hitter, batting from the right side. Nice pitch there by Cionel. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Hi, everybody. I don't feel parched anymore. In fact, I feel somewhat energized. Some of that granola. Getting the blood pumping. 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Perez with the huge strikeout to win the inning. Cabrera goes down, and we head on a little deeper into the ball game with the lead. Bottom of the 6th coming up. Orioles 3, Yankees 2. Now tell me, can you feel it? Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Come on, Birdland. Hot damn, we're due for a win. Magic, 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 magic. Orioles magic. Feel it happen. It's not that late here yet, by the way. I'm allowed to make noise. Orioles. Come on, Baltimore. That's right, Rob. Spell it out. Magic, 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 magic. Orioles magic. Feel it happen. Something magic happens. The magic of Orioles baseball. When Tony swings. When Webby gets us out of a jam. When Hyde gets off his butt and talks some smack to the Yanks. When the chips are down. And the runs are scarce. We fight on back and we beat these frickin' Yanks. Hey, Daniel. I'm just getting by. Daniel, I'm not high. I'm just from Maryland. That's my problem. That's where I went wrong. That's where all this weirdness comes from. Sorry about that. All right, here we go. Bottom of the 6th. Austin Hayes will be up first. Mateo and Cowser to follow. All right. Me and Daniel, we have an understanding. That's part of the magic of Orioles baseball. All right. Tonkin, the right-hander, on for the Yankees now. Michael Tonkin making his 33rd appearance, ERA of 2.44. First pitch is a strike to Hayes. Next one is off the plate outside. 1-1 the count. Let's go, Hazy. Let's get nuts. Swing and a miss. Slider off the outside. And the count, 1 ball and 2 strikes. The Hayes effect. I don't think it's out of the question, Shante. I don't think it's out of the question. I'll tell you this. If somehow, I don't know how Kyle Stowers is going to have the time to make much of an impression, because a 7-day concussion DL during an all-star break only means you might see a couple of games. But if Stowers were somehow able to make an impact as this pitch is fouled off by Hayes, then I would be up for it. I mean, Cowser did have a couple of hits yesterday. Maybe we try to give him a chance, but overall, I mean, it's been a steady decline for a couple of months. It feels like if we were to send him down, it's been too long already. He's just starting to show some signs of turning it around. Maybe give him a week after the All-Star break and see how things look, and then start asking questions, and then we're going to be looking at trades and stuff and see how everything plays out. Here's the pitch to Austin Hayes on a full count, and that's called strike 3 on the outside corner. Hayes doesn't like the call, but it has to be said. It looks like it caught the outside. Here's Jorge Mateo, and this first pitch is a slider that broke way inside and stayed inside. Mateo is 2 for 2 today. How about that? Let's make it 3 for 3. He laid down that bunt. This pitch is fouled off. 1-1 the count. Looking like a hot day in the afternoon right now in the crowd as this pitch is fouled back. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Mateo. Craig Kimbrell is walking around. He's just grabbing a bottle of water. He sits back down. This ball is hit on the ground to short. And Volpe gets it to first in time. Mateo, boy, I was expecting a closer play at first on that. I hope Mateo was hustling down the line on that play. 2 down on the inning. Base is empty. And that'll bring up the milkman. It would be nice for Cowser to get on base if for no other reason than to just get McCann out of the way. That way we got the top of the order in the next inning. Cowser takes a called strike. He is 0 for 1 today with a walk. Nice. Thanks for that stat, Rob. You know, when I called the home run and said that one's headed for Utah, I wasn't 100% sure. It was hit so deep and so far. I just had to say it's got to be on the Utah. All right, good to know. 0-2 pitch to Cowser is not in the dirt, but just off the top of the dirt there for ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes. It's getting humid over here. I've got the door open because I've been smoking like a chimney here tonight. Here's a swing and a miss, and Cowser strikes out to end the bottom of the 6th. Michael Tonkin does his job. The Orioles go down, and the Yankees will be sending up the top of the order as we head to the 7th inning. It is Orioles 3, Yankees 2. Hang on to your hats, folks. It's getting down to crunch time here. Late innings. Cieno Perez will be out. He'll have a couple of lefties due up, but Judge will be up 3rd. Verdugo, another lefty, up after that. Ben Rice, there's a chance he could be lifted for a pinch hitter. There is an outside chance. A right-handed bat option would be a Jahmai Jones or a DJ LeMahieu. Not exactly head-turning options, but options. He is a rookie, the man. The price of being a rookie. No photo for you. Boy, oh boy. You know, I got re-energized after having that granola cereal, and all of a sudden that energy is just completely drained out of me. Come on, BW. We got 3 more innings to go. Like Maury Povich. Shirley Povich. Oh, that Povich. Hey, what's going on, folks? I'm just trying to hang in there. Hey, you know what I should do? Is figure out where to send you guys after this game is over. Because I got a feeling somebody's going to be on after such an early start. Kansas City, Boston, Philly, and Oakland. Top of the first. Yeah, I'm going to have to... PAS did a raid earlier. I'll send you on over to Mets Rockies. Although, to be honest, I might need to throw Fitzy a bone on this one. It is Boston. Up to you guys. The first two people to say something will get it. First pitch here to Rice is low for ball one. Send you to Boston or send you to the Mets after the ball game. Let me know. Next pitch is hit on the ground, and it'll be scooped up by Mountcastle right next to the bag. He'll hit the bag with his foot and get the first out here in the seventh. Well done. I am leaning in, by the way. There's Cano getting loose for the eighth inning, although he could come out a little earlier. Depends on how things go here in the next few batters. Juan Soto at the plate. He looks at ball one outside. I got somebody saying Boston. I got somebody saying Philly. Just need somebody else to say something. 1-1 the count on Juan Soto. This is a slider off the plate outside, 2-1. Oh, for crying out loud. What are you going to make me do? Flip a coin here? I can't decide on my own. All right, now this one's gone to left field in the corner, and it's going to be foul. Austin Hayes with a long run toward the left field foul ground area, and it's out of play. Why a poll? Nobody cares enough to just throw out a one-word answer. 2-2 pitch is called. Strike three. Perez gets Soto looking. Yeah, that's right. Look at Soto. Look at him like nodding his head like, all right, I'll let you get me this time. Don't think you got the best of me or nothing. All right, all right. Look at that look. Look at that look. Yeah, all right. Uh-huh. Soto is such a little schmuck. All right, another one for Boston. There we go. That's all I needed. Perez's day is over. He does his job. He gets some lefties out. Up comes Aaron Judge, and out comes Yenier Cano. All right, Fitzy, if you can hear me, I'm sending some people your way in a little while. All right? Uh-oh. Fitzy might not be doing the game. Fitzy might not be doing the game. I'm going to have to go here for now. After all that, it didn't really matter. Hey, folks, we're 9 likes away from 100. If you haven't hit the like button yet, 100 likes on this final game before the All-Star break. Folks, it's been a grind. Let's go out in style. What do you say? Let's get these likes up to 100. It'll make you feel good. I promise. Subscribers, how are you doing? Welcome in. 1554. Ah, that's right. I remember the year. It was a fine year, 1554. What happened then? I think the Rolling Stones got together. What else? Somebody voting for the Mets game. I think, I know Boston's in the division, but unfortunately, the colleague of mine that does do Red Sox games, he doesn't do all of them, and it doesn't appear that he's doing one today. He may be doing stuff with the family today on a Sunday afternoon. What is going on with my cursor? Okay, here we go, folks. Cano is on, and the first pitch is a strike to Aaron Judge. Holy Toledo, we're in it. 2 down, nobody on. And that pitch could have been called strike 2. Man, you're not going to give us a perfectly located pitch when you're facing a guy like Aaron Judge. This ump stinks. 1-1 the count. Swing and a miss. That looked like the changeup. One ball, 2 strikes on Aaron Judge. Crowd making noise. 1 strike away from taking this to the 7th inning stretch. The pitch. Outside, 2-2 the count. Don't let Judge lull you in a false sense of security. You got 2 strikes, but you got to be careful. The pitch is swung on and fouled back. Still 2-2. 98 miles an hour on the fastball. Judge is 0 for 3 off a Cano lifetime. Here's a check swing on a pitch outside, and no swing, says the first base umpire, much to the consternation of Oriole fans in the yard. The count has gone full. Payoff pitch, inside, ball 4. Cano gave it his best shot. He did challenge Judge with a couple of strikes in the zone. Able to get a couple of strikes on him. Tried to nibble to get that final strike and just couldn't do it. But with 2 down and nobody on, it's not the worst result in the world. Aaron Judge at first base. And that'll bring up Alex Verdugo. He goes after the first pitch, hits it on the ground. And Mateo has it on a high bounce over to first in time. Folks, we're going to the 7th inning stretch, and we're winning. Thank God I'm a country boy. It's time to throw some cakes on the griddle. Get them cakes up in the chat. Over 100 likes. Thank you so much, everybody. You are salt of the earth. Maryland, my Maryland. Let's go. You know what? I call upon you, subscriber number 1555. You got to understand, I got a bit of an issue with numbers. When I see a number just one off from something that's kind of fun to look at, I got to have it. Come to me, number 1555. I beckon you. Come hither. Join up. By the way, every time I do this, somebody leaves. What do you say, you non-subscriber, you? It'll be completely anonymous. Nobody will know. We're in a commercial break. I promise you're not missing a thing. Take a chance. Roll the dice. Let's just welcome him. Yeah, let's welcome them on in anyway. Welcome in number 1555. Wow. All right. The power of persuasion, folks. You're seeing it live and in action. 7th inning stretch here in Baltimore. Orioles 3, Yankees 2. By the way, folks, there was some flip-flopping about whether or not I would do a play-by-play for the All-Star game. The official announcement that I probably should have made already is that I will not be doing that. Apologies for those that wanted me to do that, but I really got to just take the rest. And also, I've got to work on some stuff behind the scenes that'll hopefully make things more fun for you guys when we do return back to baseball on Friday, okay? So don't worry. And there they are, folks. Give it up. Number 1555. I love it. Oh, it's Slater hooking it up with an alternate account. I'll take it. Alternate accounts never unsub. All right. 1555. Welcome aboard. Let's go. Bottom of the 7th. James McCann to lead it off and back to the top of the order after that. McCann had that walk, scored a run. First pitch to him is a slider, it looks like, off the plate outside for ball 1. McCann's average at 217. Next pitch is a called strike. Janet, I do not know. I can tell you that none of them have confirmed that they are, that I've heard. But I can't tell you either way. I don't know for sure. This one is swung on a miss by McCann. 1-2 the count. 1950. 555. Is that kind of like a part-time lover, Slater B? James McCann? He's a late game a hitter. He only hits after the 6th. And now he goes right down on strikes. It's a called strike 3. He's a late game a hitter. Well, he just struck out, Slater. 1 out. Gunnar Henderson coming up. All right, back to the sub screen. Not to pander for more subs, but because Gunnar's up. I got your back. He's a late game a hitter. There's going to be a pitching change. The Yankees are probably going to a lefty because Gunnar's up. So sit right back. Go, empty the bladder or whatever you got to do. We got a pitching change here. It's only shortly after 1 a.m. my time, but I will admit I am a little bit tired because normally I go to sleep because I have to get up super early to call games, you see? It's an early game, but it's really, really late, and yet it's very early, but yet it's very late. I hope that makes sense. Positively brilliant. I feel back in my element, I tell you, I don't know how many times I have to say it. This team and I, we're tethered. It's like E.T. and Elliot. We're sharing the same heartbeat here. We seem to sort of have the same ups and downs at the same time. I don't know what it is. There's a connection. You can call it BS. I don't think it is. I think there's a reason I need to call these games. Tell you what. If it takes me starting a YouTube channel for the year the Orioles break a 41-year drought, you better not call that a coincidence. You better anoint me as some kind of relic, some kind of human incarnation of Orioles magic. You're damn right. It all started with the hat. Legend has it I was born with this hat on. My mom did not appreciate it. Had to do a cesarean. All right, here we go. Gunnar Henderson at the plate. Luke Weaver, the right-hander on the mound. This is one of the Yankees' better relievers here, making his 36th appearance. First pitch is high for ball one. Gunnar with that big two-run bomb. The difference in the ball game right now. One out here in the bottom of the seventh. Next pitch is a called strike. Looked an inch off the plate outside. BWTMI. What does that spell? Wait, do I have to rearrange the letters? That spells twimb. Are you trying to say twimb? Because I agree with you. But you don't have to tell me in code. That's a called strike. 1-2 on Henderson. Just having a little fun there, Judy. Trying to get my mojo back. We got a 1-2 on Gunnar. This one's low. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here comes the 2-2 to Gunnar. Outside, ball 3. Full count. 1 out. Gunnar at the plate. The payoff pitch. Hit in the air, but foul off to the left. We'll do it again. Another payoff to Gunnar. Is swung on, hit on the ground softly toward the pitcher. Weaver does well to field it and throws out Henderson. That's the second time I think today Gunnar's hit one back to the pitcher, but he's also hit a 2-run bomb. 2 down, bases empty. Adley Rutschman coming up now. He's going to turn around for the second time today. He started from the right side of the plate against the lefty Rodon. Here he is over on the left side against Weaver. And he takes off the plate outside for ball 1. That's when you that's a different bugle charge there, the man. This one is fouled away. That one goes chug. 1-1 the count on Rutschman. In the dirt, 2-1. That's right. 2 balls, 1 strike. Come on, Adley. Here comes the pitch. And it's low. 3-1. Hey, there's no shame in admitting that, Matt. The pitch is fouled back by Rutschman. Count will go full here. Ben McDonald giving me a lesson on long sleeves on a hot day. And this pitch is in there for a call. It's strike 3. Rutschman caught looking as Weaver gets the strikeout to win the inning. We go to the 8th, folks. The Orioles hanging on to this 1-run lead. 2 innings left. Can we do it? Can we maybe get an insurance run in the bottom of the 8th? Chug from now on. Never look at the charge again the same. Just everybody scream chug instead. It's up to you guys. It's no problem with starting new traditions. We're a new community, folks. It's up to us. How do you want to run it? What do you want to do? We're starting something new here. It's a blank canvas. It's a wild frontier out there. It's all for us. However we want to do it. Isn't it nice? Isn't it nice? Charge is nostalgic. Well, how about we do it for a particular occasion? I think that's probably the best middle ground, you know? I think the best middle ground is to stick with a traditional charge, but for a particular situation, we go with the chug. I don't know. Is anybody on the team known for liking to kick back a few PBRs? A couple of natty bows? Shante, I don't know, but honestly, I'm not. It's just not the time right now to sit here and go, what's wrong with the Orioles? Right now, it's like having a friend like in a hospital room. Like, he's not going to leave this mortal coil or anything, but you're just hoping he's doing all right in there, and you're just kind of waiting on hearing back. That's what we're doing with this ball game. Like maybe the guy is the reason you got in a wreck and ruined your night, but he's your buddy, and you're just trying to hope he pulls through. You can bark at him later when he's feeling better, but right now you just want him to pull through. That's what we're doing right now with this team. Let's just hope that they pull through, all right? We've got 5 days to talk about it if they can't. Gleyber Torres is at the plate. First pitch is ball 1. Cano out there on the mound. Next pitch is called a strike on the outside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike. 5, 6, and 7 due up for the Yankees here in the 8th. And I tell you what, if somehow the Orioles were to retire each of the next 6 batters, we would end in this game without Soto and Judge coming back up to hit. But it's going to be tough to do as Cano's 2-1 pitch to Gleyber Torres is outside for ball 3. And a strange follow-through there by Cano. 3-1 pitch is fouled back. Full count. Aaron Boone wearing some rather cringe-worthy sunglasses that I have not seen since, what were those sunglasses called back in the day? Blue blockers. Oof. All right, full count on Gleyber Torres. Payoff pitch from Cano is lined up the middle, and it's a base hit. A leadoff single for the Yankees. Tying run at first. Here we go. Lock in. Hang on tight. Buckle up. Strap on. Wait a minute. All right, never mind that last one. You know what I mean. Here's Austin Wells. He's showing bunt. He gets a bat to the ball and fouls it behind the plate for strike one. Interesting. This is the second time today the Yankees down a run. Gets the lead off on first base and decides to go for the bunt to get him to second. Let's see if Wells tries it again. He does not, and this time hits it on the ground. Mateo to second for one. Gunnar to first. Two. A double play. Oh, doctor. Just what we wanted. Two down. Bases empty here in the eighth. And there is still a chance to finish this game up without facing Soto or Judge. Just keep getting everybody out. 4 more to get. Anthony Volpe at the plate, and he fouls it back. 4 outs to end this 5-game losing streak and avoid a sweep at home against these bitter rivals of ours. The 0-1 pitch is outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Cano can make you go crazy sometimes, but he is very good at getting those ground ball double plays. This one's hit on the ground. Mateo's got it over to first, and the 8th inning is in the books. Folks, bottom of the 8th we go. We've got a lead, and we've got a chance to add on, and we've got our closer waiting to come pitch next. It's all out in front of us, as some goofy-ass manager would say. Thankfully not ours. Let's go. It might be. It could be. Folks, if the Orioles can win this ball game, I want to feel the magic in the Charm City chat. I want to feel your magic today because remember, folks, I'm going to be taking some time off. Your boy BW has been here every single day. I know there have been some days off here and there, but let's face it. When you're doing 3 a.m. shifts, 5 a.m. shifts, 80% of the time, it never feels like a day off because the days off you have, you're just trying to sort of get normal sleep or catch up on what you lost. So if we pull this win out, all I'm asking in return for some hard work put in from your boy is to have you guys go ballistic in the Charm City chat. I don't know how to show it. There's some animated emojis in there, right? Like some party favors and heart things, emojis. Somebody test right now. I can't do it on my side. But that's what I want to see. I just want to see a fountain of streamers and hearts and all that stuff. Let's win this ball game. So I can take my break in a good mood. It's not there anymore. Oh, no. Why would they remove it? Why would they take away a little bit of fun? Aw, you guys are just doing it anyway. Look at that. That's what I'm talking about. All right, folks. We got the middle of the order due up here. Mountcastle to lead things off. Takes off the plate for ball one. Weaver still out on the mound. But Book Doc, is the rain in Spain still mainly on the plane, or how's that been? This one's drilled by Mountie to left. Get up, get up. And it is caught out on the track. Oh, my goodness. That ball jumped off the bat of Mountcastle. I don't know if the weather conditions had anything to do with it or what. But certainly the deep left field wall had something to do with it. Ryan Mountcastle, how is this not a home run? That ball was destroyed, and it's just caught out on the track right in front of the 384-foot sign to straightaway left. Hey, everybody got tricked. The announcer I'm listening to was going crazy. Anthony Santander, come on. And that ball will get down past the right fielder and head up against the shed. Santander going for third. Tony Taters with a three-bagger. How about that? Anthony Santander with a triple. How often do you say that? A ball out of the reach of Soto, who goes to the ground. And the center fielder backing up. I didn't think Tony ever was going to even think about three. He just, man, look at him turn on the Jets right there. Look at Tony hustle. Stand up triple. Oh, Tony, I love you. And look at this. We're going to get a pinch runner in for him. What a smart move. Bottom of the eighth. He's the insurance run with one out. We're going to put a pinch runner out there. Meanwhile, the Yankees are going to go to their pen. A lot happening here right now. The Orioles, with one out, a runner at third. Tony has been lifted for a pinch runner. Who, I'm not sure, but Mullins would make the most sense. He would go straight in to play the outfield. You can just move Calzar on over to right. Who's coming in to pitch? I don't know that either. It's going to be Jake Cousins. Orioles 3, Yankees 2, bottom of the eighth. A big run 90 feet away with one out. And I think it's going to be Jordan Westberg up next, right? Hells yeah, baby. Westy. Mullins is indeed the pinch runner. Westy will be at the plate. Westy, you know your job, buddy. Get him in. Get him in. There are many ways to do it. There's a couple ways to not do it. Do one of the ways that do it. I know I have a way with words. BW, poet and a prophet. Oh, Christmas tree, thank you for those emojis. All right, Jake Cousins. This is his 10th appearance of the season. He's got very good numbers. I guess the Yankees have only had him up here for maybe a few weeks. Numbers this good. Where's he been all season? 1.54 ERA. Westberg at the plate. The first pitch to him's hit on the ground, but foul on third base side. Mullins is at third. Said had a bit of a blunder getting caught between third and home on a ball up the middle a couple of games back. Got to be smart out there in this spot here, said. Come on, Westy. The pitch is low and away, and the catcher had to move quickly to keep that ball from getting away. 1 ball and 1 strike. Cousins got the sign, the pitch. There's a breaking ball lined right to third base. They go home, and Mullins is gunned down. Mullins is off with contact. The ball is hit hard right at an infielder who was drawn in, and Mullins was out by a mile. Well, that did not work. Oh, Vonnie, you don't have to sound like every ex-girlfriend I've ever had. Come on. Westberg at first, 2 down. I'm just having fun, Vonnie. This one's fouled back by Hayes. Austin Hayes at the plate now. 0 for 3 today. He struck out his last time up. Hang in there, folks. Hang in there. 2 down. Hang in there. Low and outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Folks, why do I get the feeling that if me and everybody in Charm City chat were stranded on a desert island, if we had some like lost situation, I'd have to be like the leader guy. It's obvious. Somebody's got to be level-headed around here. Here's a swing and a miss by Hayes. All right, maybe I've lost the plot a time or two in recent days, but I've regained my equilibrium. Hang in there, folks. 1 and 2 the count on Hayes. The pitch. Off the plate outside and low. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Or this could turn into a Lord of the Flies situation. I don't know. 2-2 pitch is right in there, called strike 3. Austin Hayes absolutely fooled on a breaking ball. He thought that pitch was going to be inside. That pitch wound up being right down the middle. We're going to the 9th inning, folks. It is time for Craig Kimbrell to hold on to a 1-run lead against the Yankees. And let's pray for a 1-2-3, because, again, it's a situation where we have an opportunity to not have to face Soto or Judge. You get these 3 guys, 8, 9, and 1. And considering the 1 is 0 for 4 today, and how the hell does Trent Grisham have a 3-hit game? The guy's still hitting under 200 after a 3 for 3 day. What happened to Felix Bautista? Coldest. You been in carbonite for like a year? Where you been, buddy? Bautista's been out of baseball for about 10 and a half months. He'll be back next year. Right. Fire up one more lucky for this 9th inning. Why not? Seems appropriate enough to me. I've earned it. Reach for a lucky. Join me, why don't you? Actually, I'm a big fan of Siggy during the man. Particularly depending on the act. But hey, that's just me. Said Mullins was gunned down at the plate, Salvatore. The infield was drawn in, a hard liner to third, and Cabrera threw out Mullins, who broke on contact at the plate. Wasn't even that close. Oh, you get over it. Come on. What are we? Are we Baltimore or are we Utah? Come on, people. Craig Kimbrell on the mound. Trent Grisham at the plate. There's a called strike on the outside corner. Grisham shakes his head no. I'll shake my head yes. 0-1 the count. Kimbrell out there. Come on, buddy. This pitch is off the plate by some margin, up and away for ball one. And I like to honor John Waters as often as I can. Baltimore legend. 1-1 pitch is foul back. 1 ball and 2 strikes. One more strike to get Grisham here. Every out is huge. No base runners, folks. No base runners now. The pitch is inside, 2-2. Let's go to the game together. Might be tough to get me over there, Matt. I'd love to, but logistics aren't too good. This pitch is just a bit off the plate outside. Kimbrell just missing the corner. And of course, why would we get the call? 3-2 the count on Grisham. Man, these umpires stink. The payoff pitch. Come on, Blue. You're not going to give us that either? How many pitches have been called a strike that close, either above the zone or on the outside? And you can't give Kimbrell either one? Unbelievable, man. Here we go. Oswaldo Cabrera at the plate. The Yankees might be bunting here. Cabrera does not show bunt, and he takes high for ball one. It feels that way sometimes, Robert. I mean, Kimbrell just looked like he had Grisham's number, and next thing you know, he's on first base. The 1-0. And that one is up and away. Almost looked like a pitch out. It was so off target. And the count is 2-0. And McCann is coming out to talk to Kimbrell. Folks, we got to do this here. Come on now. Two and 0 the count on Oswaldo Cabrera. Top of the ninth, 3-2 Orioles. Runner at first. The 2-0 from Kimbrell is top of the zone, and now it's a strike. Now it's a strike. Same pitch. Same pitch that was a ball that would have been strike 3 on the previous batter, Grisham, is now a strike to Cabrera to make it 2-1. It's like this ump just wants every count to go full. Grisham takes off. This pitch is high, and he is safe. Grisham went in standing for some reason. And they're sending him back to first base. What's happened here? What has happened here? Apparently, somebody had called for time before that runner had taken off. What a break for the Orioles. I don't know who called for time, but thank you. The umpire had accidentally nudged McCann, so it was the umpire himself who blew the play dead because he had gotten in the way of McCann's throw. The umpire. Oh my God, let's win this ball game. This umpire just might make my Christmas list. Come on. Oh my goodness. All right, 2-1 the count on Cabrera. Grisham still at first, nobody out. Still a lot of work to do here. The pitch. Swing and a miss. 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Three balls, 2 strikes. The pitch. And that is ball 4. Kimbrel walks the first 2 batters of the inning. And it's the 8 and 9 hitters. Let's see what the Yankees have in store here. You would think Ben Rice might lay one down. He's up there to swing, and he takes a called strike on the knuckle curve at the bottom of the zone. Oh, and 1 the count. The pitch. That one's drilled in the right field. Santander going back. He's looking up, and it's gone. Yankees 5, Orioles 3. Kimbrel comes in, walk, homer. Juan Soto is at the plate. He takes low and in for ball 1. Next pitch is where? Ball 2 somehow. Two-oh pitch. Low and in, 3-0 to Soto. Three-oh pitch. Called a strike. This umpire is absolute garbage. That was not a strike, but there was a pitch earlier that was a strike that was called a ball, so I guess it evens out. 3-1 the count. This one's hit on the ground. Mateo has it. First out of the inning. One down. Here's Aaron Judge. He takes low for ball one. The 1-0 to Judge is lifted foul out of play. Actually, it just went right behind the backstop there, bouncing around. 1-1 on Judge. It's not over, guys. This pitch is in the dirt. 2 balls and 1 strike. No, I don't feel like anybody should be throwing anything at anybody's head. Swung on and missed by Judge. Count is 2-2. Two-two pitch. Popped up. Out of play. We'll do it again. Hey there, Fitzy. Not the best time to catch your boy BW right now, but this game ain't over yet. 2-2 pitch is swung on and missed. Judge goes down. So Craig Kimbrell, he can't retire Trent Grisham. He can't retire Oswaldo Cabrera. He can't retire the rookie Ben Rice, but he can strike out Aaron Judge for you. 2 down in the inning. He gets Soto and Judge, but he can't get Cabrera, Grisham. I don't know. Here's Alex Verdugo. First pitch is ball 1. Verdugo 0 for 3 so far today. This pitch is a knuckle curve that just misses the zone a little bit. 2-0. The pitch is popped up. Left field. Hayes is waiting, and he'll make the catch to win the inning. Craig Kimbrell blows the save, and he blows it pretty damn badly. 2 walks and then a 3-run homer to the first 3 batters he faces. The Yankees have a 5-3 lead as we go to the bottom of the 9th. The Orioles have the bottom of the order due up. Here we go. If the Orioles want to push all their chips in on Mason Miller, that would be the play. Tanner Scott might be an option as a closer from the Marlins. But there's some guys out there who have closer stuff that aren't necessarily closers. Oh, it will definitely. If we're talking about Mason Miller, you're talking about losing a one of the top, maybe not Jackson or maybe not Kobe Mayo, but next guy down the line, possibly even Kerstad. It would take a lot. I don't know how I feel about it. It would depend on the players going, but I also understand if it can be done, how it would be very helpful. Yep, we need a starter too. Well, that's the thing about Miller. I mean, Bautista's out. Miller can be that role, the closer now. And then next season, if we wanted to, he does come from a starting pitching background. There is the option to stretch him out and make him a starter if Bautista's back. Or you could use him as a 1-2 punch and have the best 1-2 punch in the back of your bullpen in baseball. All right, here we go. Bottom of the ninth. Yeah. I think the cost, I probably wouldn't like the cost. But if they did it, I would get excited. It'd be hard not to be excited. Here we go. Kyle Stowers is up to pinch hit, and he takes a swing at the first pitch from Clay Holmes in to close the game for the Yankees. He fouls it away. Kyle Stowers in 17 games this season, batting .286. He takes one outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. As bad as that sounds, Joe, it's really not terrible. Stowers lines one to right field, but it's going to go foul. Just a bit out in front of that pitch. Hit it on the line. The Orioles need 1 base runner to get the tying run to the plate. One and 2 the count on Stowers. And this one's outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Things might feel hopeless, folks, but guess what? Get this leadoff man on. Watch the excitement start to pump up. And this one's hit up the middle for a base hit. And there you go. That's all it takes. That's all it takes to have a little bit of hope. The leadoff man is on. Laura, what are you doing? Laura, stop. All right. Tying run at the plate. It's Colton Cowser, and he takes way outside for ball 1. Cowser 0 for 2 today. He has drawn a walk. And one of those 2 outs was a robbery by Anthony Volpe. This pitch is outside, 2-0. 2-0 on Cowser. The next pitch is top of the zone. That's called a strike. 2-1 the count. The 2-1 pitch is off the plate outside, 3-1. Surely somebody would be pinch hitting for James McCann, who would be due up next. It's Ryan O'Hearn. I knew we had 1 bullet left in the chamber. Cowser hits a ground ball to second. They go to second for 1. They go back to first, not in time. Thank God it's not a double play. Cowser hits into a fielder's choice. 1 out in the inning. Ryan O'Hearn is going to get a shot. Gunnar Henderson will be on deck. Five to 3 Yankees, bottom of the 9th. The Orioles are trying to avoid going 0 for 6 on this homestand. and lose grip on first place in the East. The pitch to O'Hearn is in the dirt for ball one. O'Hearn had a big hit in last night's ball game. It was the only moment of spark the team really had. The 1-0 is taken inside. 2-0 the count. O'Hearn doesn't look too over anxious right now at the plate. He's got a 2-0 count, a chance to hopefully look for something he's waiting for. Here comes the 2-0. Outside, 3-0. 3-0. Again, Gunnar Henderson on deck. Here comes the 3-0. Inside. That gets the tying run on first. The winning run in the form of Gunnar Henderson is coming up to hit. Let's go. You want drama? You got it. There's a meeting on the mound. Everybody's in for the Yankees. The infield, the pitching coach, pitcher, and catcher. Henderson with a 2-run bomb already today. He could send everyone home happy. If he can hit home run number 28. Cowser at second. O'Hearn at first. 1 out in the ninth. Holmes. First pitch to Gunnar. Outside. Ball one. The crowd is on their feet. At least some are. There's a called strike. Bottom of the zone. 1-1 the count. The 1-1 to Gunnar Henderson is a breaking ball. Caught a strike, and that was below the zone. That ball had some serious dip on it. The umpire just had to assume it was in the zone, but it really wasn't. And the count is 1-2 now on Gunnar. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. Outside, way outside, a solid foot and change. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Adley Rutschman in the on-deck circle. The 2-2. He punched him out on a pitch low and outside. I can't believe what I just saw. That might have barely kissed the corner. You really got to put it on Gunnar. Laura, what are you doing? Put her in an hour timeout or something. Like you already spammed once. What are you doing? Adley Rutschman, the last hope. Gunnar Henderson, how many times lately has he looked at a called strike 3 in an RBI spot? Two down in the ninth. The tying runs are on base. The pitch is outside to Adley. Rutschman is 0 for 4 today. The 1-0. Outside, 2-0. Holmes has thrown 21 pitches here in the ninth already. Rutschman 2 for 4 off Holmes lifetime. The pitch. Off the plate outside, ball 3. Three and 0. If Adley were to walk, it would push the winning run to second. Excuse me, the tying run to second. And there's ball 4. Tying run to second. Winning run on at first. 2 out in the bottom of the ninth. Folks, check your couch cushions. If there's any magic in the cracks, dig it out. We need it. It's Ryan Mountcastle. First pitch to him is a breaking ball, called a strike on the inside. Mountie has got to collect himself after that call. No time to waste. Bases loaded in the bottom of the ninth. The 0-1 pitch is hit, a broken bat, foul ball to the right. Mountcastle left with just a shard in his hand. He needs some new lumber. Let's hope he just grabbed Wonder Boy. I'll tell you right now, if Mountie can jack one with a new piece of lumber, we're calling him Wonder Boy. The Orioles are down to their last strike. The 0-2 pitch is swung on and hit towards short. Volpe drops the ball. Volpe drops the ball. Wait, is he out anyway? He is safe. He is safe. A run has scored. Volpe drops the ball. Everybody is safe. Mountcastle reaches. Bases are still loaded. It was a routine grounder to the usually slick fielding Anthony Volpe. The ball was there, and it just fell out of his glove. The Orioles still need that run at third, and Mullins is at the plate. He takes a called strike. Said, please, said. 5-4, 2 down in the bottom of the ninth. Bases loaded. A hit could win the game. The 0-1. Lifted into left. Going back, and it's over the head, and it's down, and they're going to come and score. Cedric Mullins has walked it off. He's gone to the opposite field, over the left fielder's head. Everybody's going crazy on the field. The Orioles have got the monkey off their back. They take the final game against the Yankees. Clay Holmes blows the save. The Orioles don't give up. They don't pack it in. We go to the All-Star break on top of the American League East. Don't give up on this team. Final score, Orioles 6, Yankees 5. Get some! Yeah! Woo! 4! Oh. And that's baseball. Baseball, ladies and gentlemen. Holy shit. What a ball game. All right, Charm City chat. Somebody's got to hook your boy BW up with a super chat today. Come on, who's feeling a little bit generous? Throw a guy a $2 latte super chat. Tell me how you feel today. Everybody's reacting. I can't react to everybody this fast, but a super chat would sure pop out. There is magic in those couch cushions, hun. Folks, what did I tell you? I didn't say it was over. I never said this one was over. I told you I was in a different mood today. I told you something with me and this team is connected. When are you going to believe me? When the hell is somebody going to believe BW? Orioles magic, baby. Final score, 6-5. Pocket watch. Get some. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, doctor, look at this. Uh-oh. High priest of the, I can't read the whole name because it's cut off. Magic was found. Thank you, sir. Super chat galore. Folks, if you do a super chat, it doesn't mean you have to always do it. You can just, it's kind of like Christmas. We're on holiday now. It's the All-Star break. Your boy's not going to be able to make any revenue for about a week. So it's okay to be generous today. I'm not going to stop you. Folks, we've had over 4,000 people tune into this game at one point or another today. Unbelievable turnout. Unbelievable result. The Orioles, again, they stay atop of the American League East by a full game and 2 games in the loss column. So many things that need to start turning around, but man, this is just what the doctor ordered. You get to go into the break feeling nothing but jubilation and relief. Oh, God, I needed this. I needed this. You needed this. We all needed this. 6 runs, 8 hits, no errors for Baltimore. 5 runs, 7 hits, 1 error for the Yankees. I mean, folks, the Yankees score 3 in the 9th, and then we come back and score 3 and walk it off by 1. I can't believe what I just saw. Did you see that ball just fly over the head of the left fielder? It's like a dream I never want to escape. It was magic, baby. That ball just kept carrying with magic. Oh, my goodness. All right. Let's do a little bit of house cleaning here, folks. Holy Toledo. What a ball game. The Orioles back in the win column. Let me see if I can get an actual updated standings here that's accurate. This is saying 21 games above. Is this right? No, see, this isn't updated. No, wait, 57. So it should be... We should be back to 20 games above 500 and a 1-game lead back on the Yanks, 2 in the loss column. The Yankees just lost their 40th of the season. The Orioles have won game number 58. 58-38. Folks, there is your scoring summary. In the top of the second, the Yankees took a 1-0 lead on a Trent Grisham single. The Orioles took the lead on a Gunnar Henderson homer. It's the first lead the Orioles had during this entire homestand. In the bottom of the third, and made it 2-1. The Yankees tied it up in the top of the fifth with a Trent Grisham solo shot. Anthony Santander got us the lead back in the bottom half of the fifth with a home run of his own, 432 feet, an absolute bomb. But then, man, we thought we had lost the plot. Craig Kimbrell did blow the save. It was ugly. 2 walks and a 3-run homer. It seemed like all was lost, and yet, somehow, in the bottom of the ninth, Ryan Mountcastle scored Colton Cowser on a fielder's choice, said Mullins with that double, with Rutschman and O'Hearn coming in to score. There you go. That's it, folks. I'm not going to be on for a while. Let me tell you when I am going to be on, though. It's going to be on Friday night in Arlington, Texas. That's right, the same place the All-Star... You know, that's something we ought to consider, folks. That's something we really ought to consider, is that the All-Star break is in Texas, and we're saying to ourselves, well, we're sending some of our guys there, and they're not going to really have a break. But the fact is, the first series after the break is in the same ballpark. So, logistically, you would think anybody from the Orioles that's participating in the All-Star game is just going to remain in Texas. See, right here, the Rangers, I just had the game right here. Give me one sec. Right here. Right here. It's going to be at 8:05 p.m. first pitch on Friday night. Hey, the man, thank you for the super chat. Latte for the BW. First place, baby. Great call. Thanks so much, the man. So here you go. You see this, folks? Same location as the All-Star game. Come on back Friday night. It's going to be 8:05 p.m. Eastern, first pitch. I will be on the air at 7:55 p.m. Eastern. There is no scheduled pitching matchup, as is the case for all teams. Everyone's going to reshuffle things during the All-Star break, so no idea about that. But, hey, no matter what happens, we come back after the break coming off a win against the Yankees. All right? I think I need to go ahead and call it a night. So let me just run through the chat here since I am going to be off for a few days. Folks, again, you're going to come back because I got a little something special to add to the festivities here going forward as this channel continues to grow. Special thanks to everybody. Baxter, High Priest of the Church of Tea, Judy, Mitch, Rand P., Janet Hill, Pocket Watch, The Man, Book Doc, Shantae, Mitch, Matt, Slater, Froggy, Tony, James, Vonnie, don't ever give up, all right? Jose Rodriguez, Parlay Prince, Zopfinator, Hannah K., Steph, Dennis O'Leary, Coldest Edits, George Ford, Jack Crick, Robert Orrandall, Corey Smallwood, Big Cuz 410, Johnny Reynolds, Nicholas Peeney. I feel like the guy on Saturday Night Live. Robert Orrandall, Melanie Melgirl, Nicholas Peeney, Jack Crick, Baxter Ray, Hannah K. I think I'm reading the same names now. Scarecrow, Mac Wilder, Soren. I want to get to everybody, but I don't know if it's possible. Rod, Sean Fins. I see you, buddy. I mean, everybody was in here. Pure Adrenaline Sports. All right, folks. I think I'm sending you somewhere right now. Where to, I forget. But that's it for me. I am done. All right? So wherever I'm sending you, tell them the BirdWatcher sent you, okay? And come on back Friday night. I love you guys. I really hope you guys take it easy during the break here and get ready for this second half of the season and the postseason. Let's frickin' go. All right, your boy needs to collapse and give his vocal cords a break. A much-needed break. Thanks so much, everybody. Stay safe. Take care. I demand to see you back here on Friday night, all right? Until then, let's root on our birds in the All-Star game. Let's make sure they stay nice and healthy. And let's get back to it, okay? I am out of energy. That's it for me, folks. This has been the BirdWatcher, and I'll chirp at you next week. Take care, everybody. Take that, Yankees.